Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome. I hope you are all doing well and having a good day. Oh, we're here and we're live. I don't really have anything planned for today, so right now I'm just having my toast and some coffee. Put banana on it this time, maybe I'll actually eat it. If you haven't been around, I tend to not eat my toast. I end up making coffee and toast for breakfast, and I usually wake up not feeling very hungry. A big part of it is I wear a CPAP machine, which is like a mask that helps me breathe at night. And when I wake up, my stomach is full of air. I think the pressure might be too high, but my stomach is full of air. And so I feel full. Hey, Turtsa, dude, thank you. Thank you, Turtsa. I appreciate that. Give me a sec here. I'm just gonna wait for the message. I want to see what it says because I can't see it on my screen right now. Oh wait, yes I can. Gotta support the
dude, less than 3.
Less than 3. The Texas speech is on it. It was like, gotta support the dude, less than 3. That's not nice. How are you, man? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you. What am I saying? What am I even talking about? What am I even talking about? I don't even know. Brian, how's it going, man? How are you? How are things? Give me a sec here. So nice, Turtsa, nice. I hope you enjoy. On this nice Friday. I haven't been outside yet. I literally just woke up. That's what I was saying. I just woke up. So normally my stomach is like full of gas, like air from the machine. And so like my stomach hurts when I wake up in the morning and it kind of sucks. So I'm usually not hungry and I'm kind of feeling the same way today, but I know I need to eat because I had breakfast at like 5:45 in the morning and it's now 3:30, so I haven't eaten in like 10 hours, so I know I need to, but my stomach is just like, nope. I ate one piece at least so far. I'm gonna try to eat the other one. But the worst is you catch me on stream when I start burping and stuff. My stomach's just so full of gas. Stupid CPAP machine. Night Owl, how's it going, man? How are you? We win. Hello, how are you? Welcome. I hope everybody is doing really well. Night Owl. I'm trying to show it on camera. I'm gonna open it on camera. I don't have a secondary camera, so I'm just gonna open it and I'll decide if I open the actual package, like the box inside. But I just want to eat real quick and then I want to look at it. I want to see what it is. You haven't gotten yours yet? Yeah, it's taken about 5 days for it to get 5-6 days to get here, I think. But that's, if I understood her message, you know how it is dealing with companies that are originating in China. They tend to like, their English is really good, but it's just slightly off. So sometimes it's hard to clarify exactly what they mean. So my understanding is that they were sending me the microphone first and then the mixer, which I don't really know why they're splitting it up if they want me to do a video on both. It's kind of weird. But I think this is the microphone. So I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna try to use some of this footage in the video, and then I'll like do a fake unboxing, not fake, but like I'll record some B-roll of what's in the box and stuff afterwards. But not a present, a work obligation. I think. Oh, your neck hurts? Did you sleep badly or are you just tired? Like, is it just like after a long day? But I'm doing really good. I have some guy in my comments right now crying like a little baby because I paint my nails. As he has a picture of another man as his profile picture that he admires. But apparently me painting my nails is so insulting to him that he has to try to insult me because I made a fashion choice. I don't know. And according to him, because I don't follow sports, I have no common sense because my obsession isn't watching a bunch of grown men grope each other on a field. I don't know what's up with this guy. I have a feeling he's projecting. Since I'm live and I just commented, maybe he'll see and hear this. I have no idea. Maybe they're trying to project. I mean, if they're into dudes, it's fine. But like using that as an insult's kind of pathetic, right? But he's having like a whole meltdown because I painted my nails. Imagine being that fragile that painted nails make you cry. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. You fake your unboxing all the time. That's the worst part for me is I am so impatient. Because I like, Leanna used to bug me about it all the time, but I'm one of those people that I get something and that was weird. That was weird. Hold on. Was that the song or am I just going nuts? Was that the song? Oh, I'm going back. Okay, it was a song. I heard a weird beeping on this side. I was like, what the hell is that? But it was a little chime in the song. Yeah, I'm one of those people that I buy something and even if it's 5 minutes away from my house, I have to open it in the car. I have to. I just have to. I cannot wait the 5 minutes. I don't know what it is, but I need to open it. That's one of the reasons that it took me forever to start ordering things on Amazon because I hate having to wait. And when it's something that I really want, I don't want to have to wait. I want it now. But Canada doesn't offer same-day shipping very often. And they have like the $25 limit, but sometimes the stuff I'm buying is like 10 bucks. And it really sucks that I have to wait. Or it'll say same day, but like 90% of the time it's Amazon actually shipping it. It's not the third party company that they usually hire. And Amazon never delivers on time. They always delay it by at least 1 day, sometimes 2, which is like pathetic when you're thinking about the fact that Amazon itself can't fulfill it, but a third party can. But yeah, I can't wait. So I always open it as soon as I get the package. I always open it right away. And so what ends up happening for my unboxings is I think I've only ever like faked one unboxing. The rest of them, I just like throw up the lights really quickly, but then like the room is a mess, the lighting is weird, and like the angles don't work, and I miss the audio, and then it's a nightmare to edit, trying to make sure I don't show my address, or I don't show like my toes. You gotta pay for those, or that you don't see like the mess in the corner because the camera was pointed and you can see where I just shoved everything while I was in the middle of recording. Like it's bad. So today I literally got up. I have new neighbors. They're moving in right now, so you might hear some banging. But I got up, I took my shower and everything, and then I opened the door because I was like, just in case, I want to make sure that it's not out there, and if it is, grab it because I don't want my neighbors to think that I'm just like leaving junk on the porch. And so I look outside and it was there, but it was time to start. So I was like, oh crap! So I'm here. I blacked out my address and stuff, and I'm good to go. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Jawbro, hello. How's the weather in Hawaii? Were you part of one of the islands that was affected by everything that happened in Hawaii recently, or were you one of the luckier ones that was kind of saved from that? I guess I don't know. Saved is the right word. I'm trying to think of a word, but I can't think of it. But how is Hawaii? I would love to go to Hawaii, but I'm not going to, mainly because I don't want to add to the whole tourist thing. But I would love to go there. I think it would be beautiful. Tonely fans, yes, Tonely fans. Oh, I love puns. Jawbro, hello. Sorry, I said hello. I had some family that were. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hoping your family. I'm hoping the family that was involved is okay. I'm glad you were okay. That's so devastating. That's so devastating, honestly. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're okay. It's I can't even imagine. You know, I was a baby, but we had like a huge earthquake back home, like 30 plus years ago. And I remember how devastating it was for everybody. I remember hearing my family having to rebuild and everything. I was way too little. I actually almost died because of it. I'm from Canada, Hockey. I'm from Canada. Kyle, how's it going? You have a surprise? And you finally saved up. You don't have to give me anything, Kyle. Honestly, just like hanging out and hitting like is all I need. That's it. That's it. That's all I need. I don't need gifts. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm watching the screen. Oh wait, hold on. It's not even. Oh no, is it on? No, it's not on. I don't have alerts. I don't have alerts. Oh god. Alerts, just in case. Okay. 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 It's on now. I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm still watching. I'm watching, Wazowski. Always watching. You gave me pizza! Oh god, I want some pizza. I want some pizza! Thank you for the pizza. Thank you for the pizza, Kyle. I appreciate that. Thank you for the pizza. You had pizza yesterday? I haven't had pizza in a few days. I've had pizza pockets. They weren't good. 2 pizzas. Yes, 2 pizzas. Thank you for the 2 pizzas. Thank you. Guys, can we get a hashtag for Kyle, who saved up to send me 2 pizzas? Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. That's really kind of you. That's really, really kind of you. For the 2 pizzas. I don't think I could eat 2 pizzas. I'll have to freeze half of it. Thank you, though. Honestly. Okay, here's how can I say it? Like an asterisk? I don't know, in brackets, I guess. I don't know what the gifts translate to. So if it seems like I'm underappreciative, that's not what I mean. Kind of autistic. I have a hard time like totally knowing how to react to things. But I don't know what they're worth, right? So like if that was like $100 and I'm reacting this way, it's totally not me saying like only $100. It scared me. Thank you for the heart as well, Kyle. I appreciate that. If it's like 50 cents, I also don't want you to think that I'm like playing it up and like reacting bigger than you know how I should react or what you think I should react like. I just don't know how to react, but I genuinely appreciate it. Seriously. Thank you for the popcorn as well. You're in Canada too. Nice. What part of Canada? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't want to say it, don't say it. Jabro, thank you for the popcorn. I appreciate that. What's the weather like in Hawaii? We are having really nice weather. We've had really nice weather all week, actually. But what's the weather like? Exactly, Night Owl. I'm the same way. I don't know if they're sending me like a penny or if they're sending me $100. I don't know what they cost. It's not very clear. Yet again, TikTok showing they don't know how to deal with streaming properly. So I don't know. I never know how to react. Right? Because I don't want to be like, oh my God, thank you. And then the person feels like I'm belittling them because I'm reacting huge and it was just 2 cents. But I also don't want to be like I just did now where I'm like, oh, thanks. That's awesome of you. And then it was actually like $100 and they'll be like, what a jerk. You didn't even react. I'm like, I don't know what they're worth. I don't know how to react. It's horrible. I hate it. Hey, me too, Kyle. Nice. Small world. Small world. Nice and sunny. You live high on the mountain. Nice. So do you get like how do I feel about 129 TikToks? That's a lot of TikToks. Honestly, Kyle, you don't got to do anything. Seriously. How can you get into my live like to chat with me? I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't do that. I've been doing this for a while and I've had enough trolls come through that I set the rule that I don't do it with anybody. I'm not saying you're a troll, but I don't do that with anybody. Because eventually a troll sneaks in and then it ruins the fun for everybody. So I don't really like do that kind of stuff. But thank you for the TGIF. Oh God, 56 of them. God, thank God it is Friday. I'm so happy. So happy it's Friday. Jabro, are you like, because you're on the mountains, do you guys have like proper cold weather? I don't know how tall the mountains are in Hawaii, so I can't speak directly. Or like, are you tall enough that it makes it so it's not always like blazingly hot? Because I know Hawaii can get real hot. Are you like is it high enough that your weather is a little bit cooler than it would be like right on the mainland? Or is it like or is it no real difference because the mountain's not that high? I don't know. Tell me. Like, I know where I'm from El Salvador, Central America, and my grandfather lived technically on a mountain, but it wasn't like a mountain. It was like a really tall hill, and my dad grew up in this town. It was one of those like, you know, those videos you see on TV where it's like, in the eyes of an angel, this child is Anna. She has flies all over her face, and she hasn't eaten in 6 weeks. Her dad is a drug addict, and she's out here selling pieces of plastic she found in the garbage. Can't you find it in your heart to give her $1? Those videos, my dad grew up in one of those towns. And so it was on one of those hills. It was a really, really tiny hill. but it wasn't tall enough to actually affect the weather that they had. They still had the same heat everybody else did. I'm from Niagara Falls, Kyle. Right in the falls. Dr. H, how's it going? Kyle, thank you for 73 more TGIFs. Don't go broke with me, man. Don't go broke with me. I appreciate that though. Honestly, don't even worry about it. Just hang out and chat. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Right, Night Owl? Like right now, Kyle just sent 73 TGIFs, and before that it was 56 TGIFs. But is that like a total of like $1? Or did that turn it into like $5,000? I don't know. TikTok doesn't make it easy to figure it out on our side. It would really, really make it more helpful because, again, I don't want to underreact and then seem like I don't appreciate it. But I also don't want to overreact and make it seem like I'm demeaning the person, because neither of them, right? Like even 1 cent is helpful, but I don't want to be like, oh my God, like a penny. And then the person will be like, okay, I get it. It's just a penny. You don't have to be a jerk about it. Or you know what I mean? It sucks. It sucks. Dude, 15 bucks. That's way too much, man. Don't even worry about it. Like dude, that's more than enough. Congratulations that your son is out of the NICU though. I have never had to experience that, so I don't even know how you felt. I worked in the healthcare industry though, never worked with babies, but I was in nursing school. I was working at the hospital as a nurse. I can't even imagine the stress and the anxiety and fear and anger and frustration, all of it that you were feeling, because you have a new life, but then you can't like enjoy it because you're stressed all the time. So I am glad that your son got released. That is insanely good news. I'm so happy for you. I'm really, really, really sorry about your wife though. That part sucks. That part really sucks. So I'm really sorry about that. That's tough. That's tough. Jobro, I do not play Fortnite. No, I don't play any first-person shooter stuff at all, especially anything competitive. You're going to Mexico in February. Nice. I don't mind Mexico. I've had some really, 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 really bad experiences in Mexico, and I don't think I'd ever want to go back unless I have to. Nice, Dr. H. What were you...
Just to warm up.
Oh, welcome to my new neighbors. Oh my God. Yeah, I have new neighbors, by the way. They're probably wondering why I just screamed really loudly. Thank you, we win. Thank you. Oh my God, that was good. That was good. I wasn't expecting that at all. Wasn't expecting that at all. Whopper, Big Mac, Baconator. If fast food. Oh, that's rough. You know what? I really like, I don't know if every place has this, but I really like from Wendy's. They have the crispy chicken Asiago ranch burger, but I like it spicy. It's between that, maybe the zesty chicken burger at KFC, and then maybe the Taco Bell Gordita Crunch. Those are like the 3 that like I go crazy for. Those are 3 that I go crazy for. So the chicken Asiago, it's basically crunchy chicken, and then they put like an Asiago cheese on it, and then ranch, and then it's got lettuce and tomato. But the way Wendy's makes their chicken is they put spicy spices underneath the breading, so the chicken itself is actually spicy. It's really good. Oh, and then they put bacon on it. Love it. It's so yummy. It's so yummy. Baconator's great. It just hurts my chest. Oh man, I've cut back so much on fast food. I'm still doing it too much, but I've cut back. See, I've only had 1 piece of toast. I already don't want the other one. Yours truly, how's it going? Welcome. How do I feel about Farming Simulator or Police Simulator? I actually haven't played either of those. I don't mind simulator games. I really have to like be in the right neurodivergent fixation to get into it, because I can spend mindless hours doing stupid crap. Like that's one of the things I like about Minecraft, that I'll throw on my VR headset, because I almost always play it in VR. I'll throw on my headset and I'll play Minecraft, and I can spend like 4 hours just like farming and building. So like, I'm sure I would like something like a farming simulator, police simulator, you know, helicopter, emergency helicopter simulator, all those games. I've just never done it because if I'm not in the mood, then I can't spend more than 5 minutes because then I get completely distracted and I stop playing. So I think I would like it, but I'm not 100% sure. Yours truly, hello. But Ian, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling about the music? How do you feel? Nobody's watching us. You could be truthful if you want. Was always baffled that you play it. Now, baffled, why? Because it just doesn't make sense to your wife? Or baffled because, like, that's what you do for a living and then you go and play the video game? Or, like, baffled because, I don't know, another reason? Oh my god, I haven't picked up any of the music. Like, obviously, I can't read music at all, right? Like, the most I know is where middle C is. And I just recently, like within the last 6 months, learned about how like every time you add something to the note, you half it. So like you get the empty note and that's like a whole note, then you fill it in, that's a half note, then you put the stick and that's like a third or whatever, and like each time, or like a quarter note or whatever, and it does that. But outside of that, like I can't just look at it and know exactly what it is. I have to go through those steps. But outside of that, I don't know anything. So I'm definitely struggling. It just feels so rushed to me. It feels really rushed. Like I would have really liked to have taken maybe twice as long in just the music part, just so we could actually have like a day where it was just you and me and him to run through the song and actually like have him work it out with us a little bit more. Because like I was mentioning to you during rehearsal, sorry guys, Ian is the person that's doing the same role as me in the show that I'm in. And I have to like pull up my pants and tighten my boots because Ian is very talented and I am rusty AF, so I've got to like work extra hard to keep up. But yeah, I like I was saying to you, the big thing that I'm having a hard time with is I'm listening to the recordings and everybody slightly like swings with how they're singing the song, and so I don't know exactly what the rhythm is. It also doesn't help that the piano player can't really fill in the rhythm because of the style of the song it is. So it's hard to kind of follow the beat because I feel like she gets behind sometimes or ahead sometimes compared to what the music director is like snapping out for the rhythm. So I just wish we had one rehearsal where we could have like spent an hour just you and I with him. It feels rushed. It feels really rushed. Oh man. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a couple of solo nights because I am so overwhelmed right now. So overwhelmed. And I don't have a falsetto anymore. My falsetto's gone, which that's more just I haven't used it. And I worked a lot on my lower range since I stopped singing. So I don't even know how to like access my falsetto anymore. So it's even harder for me when we're learning the parts because I can full voice hit those notes, but I can't practice them before we do them because I can't do it in falsetto. So I'm trying an octave down, but that's throwing me off. And then I have some pretty bad hearing loss, apparently. I didn't realize. And as soon as we all start singing, I can't differentiate between us, what he's doing, and what the piano's doing. It just all turns into mush in my ears. So it's even harder for me to pick out the notes that I'm supposed to be singing. So like, I'm just struggling. I'm struggling so much. Jobro, thank you so much for the TikTok. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Banana Republic, how's it going? Check my pants. My pants is red. Or they're pink. They're pink. My pants, well, they're white and red striped. So it gives the effect of pink, which I really like. Yeah, we definitely need the band to back it because like the beginning is literally the bass and the drum, right? Like you have the dum, stum, dum, 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 and that would give us at least that like, okay, this is where I'm singing. This is the metronome. But the piano just going dum, 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 dum. That blank spot, like, okay, where's the rhythm? Is exactly like, did you speed up more than I did? Oh, I'm struggling. What, you thought it was a recording? It's not a recording. 100% live. I am using the ZV-E10. It is an overly priced camera for streaming, so I do not suggest it to anybody. My piece of advice: spend a quarter of the money you would spend on a fancy camera like this and a lens, and buy some lights. And you can get something like a C920 to look not exactly as good, but pretty friggin' close. So I would suggest, unless you're like a real big camera fanatic, or you're making enough money doing content, or you have money to burn, don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. The camera's great. Don't get me wrong. This freaking camera is amazing. The lens is awesome. It's just so not worth the money for streaming. Honestly. ZV-E10. Yeah, it lets you feel the groove, and that's the problem, is you can't feel the groove that's going on with it. And because you and I are singing it together, and you do it differently than I do it, and I am still trying to figure out certain parts of it, and I still get kind of lost, because I don't know why. This is the stupidest thing. Okay, this is the stupidest thing for everybody. I'm in a musical, and Ian and I have a solo, and this is the song that we sing. I'm not going to sing it. Not all of it. I'm just going to sing like one little piece. But like, you know how it starts with like the, oh, my sweet dear Dora Lee. I don't know why my brain, for some reason, is fixated on that Stevie Wonder song. My Sherry Amor. For some reason, that's the pattern that goes in my head. And so as soon as I start with the, oh, my dear sweet, I don't know where to go from there. Because I have no clue. They don't even sound alike. But my brain goes into that. And so then I get stuck and I don't know where to go with it. And so I'm really struggling because my brain just isn't, my brain isn't braining. I think what's just made me more insecure about it is just, I've been out of the game for so long, and I used to be really good at just learning by ear and just kind of doing it, that I am going about the rehearsal as if I can still do that. And I'm very quickly finding out I can't do that right now. I'm not practiced enough to continue doing that. So I have to go about it in a different way. And so I'm just feeling very like overwhelmed because I didn't realize how out of practice I truly was. And it really sucks. Sing it live? No way, man. No way. No way. Yeah, it's a Canadian. It's $1,000 for that camera. It's incredibly expensive. You can get some used ones for cheaper. I don't know where I put mine though, because mine broke. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. That one it? Oh, it is it. Because I broke one. And so that one's around somewhere. That one's dead. The motherboard is completely gone on it. And then I had this one, which is the A5100. They don't make this anymore, but you can find it used. I'm Canadian. This one I have seen used for as low as $300. Still expensive. But you're going to get very, very similar quality to this. The major differences is this one, the screen flips out this way. The ZV-E10 flips out that way. The ZV-E10 also has 4K 30 frames. This one doesn't do 4K. It might do 4K 24, but it crops it in. I can't remember. This one also has much slower autofocusing. This autofocus is very quick. This one is not as quick. And outside of that, they pretty much do exactly the same thing. There's a couple of other features that make this one more modern, but they pretty much do exactly the same thing. You're going to see the same quality. The big drawback to this, and the reason I had to replace this one, is that the HDMI port is a little bit loose, and so it's delicate, and that's what happened with this one, that the HDMI port was very, very loose, that it almost never worked. If I barely like hit the table, the camera would kind of just shake in the stand and it would disconnect. So it was a nightmare to work with for me, because I kept moving it around and stuff, and I ruined the HDMI port. But that's one option. The other option is the one I use for my back camera. Now this is just a plain webcam. This is the C920. Now when I bought this, it was $100, but I've seen them as cheap as like 40 sometimes. It's just a real cheap webcam. Actually, watch. I'll even show you. It won't look quite as nice, but watch. This is what good lighting will do for you. Are you ready for this? You are on TikTok, right? So let me add this to TikTok real quick. Twitch, you're not going to see this, but you don't really care because all of you that are here have already seen stuff like this, and some of you already know this better than I do. Okay, if I put this right there, right, hold on, don't judge it yet, okay, it's going to be more zoomed in because obviously I'm holding it by hand, but watch, look at what settings can do. Look at what settings can do. Now my hand is shaking, so the camera signal is shaking a bit. Maybe there. Turn that up. Turn that up, and then boom. Right? Doesn't look so bad. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look so bad at all. This looks pretty close. Like, I'm an idiot. For those on Twitch, I'm holding the camera in front of me, and TikTok has it filling in as my main camera, and my dumbass moved the camera thinking it was going to move the scene so they could see the real camera behind it. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. If I move the camera, you're not going to suddenly move the scene. Okay, so that's me, and then if I... Oops. Boom. Like, it's not that big of a difference. The quality is still very, very comparable. So if you just get the right settings and you just dial them in right with the good lighting, you can get very, very good quality. Banana. And this camera is a 10th of the price of that one. So I think it's a pretty good choice. And then lighting, a couple $100 if you want to really go into expensive lighting, or you can go super, super cheap. I was just looking because that light back there is broken, and I was trying to find a light that I could put back there just to rim me, just to do my edge a little bit. And I was debating on whether like paying an okay price and getting like another fancy light like my main light, or going cheap and getting something like that again with like the wire, which that's what broke on this, and I don't know if I want to do that again. But if you go with something like that and you don't really mess with your lights too much, like once they're set, you can get like a set of 3 for like $80 Canadian, and it'll do an okay job, right? The big thing you want is one main light for you, at least one light in the back to kind of cover your edges so you stand out from the back. And then I like to have multiple colors in the background just to make me look more focused than the rest of the background, because if we're all like one even color, then I don't stand out as much. Does that make sense? You know? Exactly. You add the NVIDIA broadcast. So Banana, if you're still there, I don't know if you are. Night Owl was just saying the C920 is a great camera for how much it costs, and add the NVIDIA blur and it's a big win. If you have one of the more new NVIDIA cards, like the 20 series and on, you can get NVIDIA broadcast, and you turn that on and then turn the background blur to like the minimum, and that camera will look nearly as good as this one. The resolution isn't going to be as sharp, but outside of that, it really, most of the time you're going to be playing on a screen like this, where like it's much smaller, so you're not going to miss the extra resolution that you get from the big camera. Like even with me, I'm using 1080p right now, but almost every streamer agrees that 720p is more than enough, and that camera does 1080p. The one back there does 1080p, so you'll be fine if you just put in some good lighting, and then you're good. So don't spend money on this unless you're like really, really adamant about cameras and you love tech and you love to spend money on like fancy camera and lighting because it's a hobby of yours, or in my case it's just a weird obsession of mine. I don't know why, because like I tried the photography thing and I'm just a bad business person. I got pretty decent at it, not good enough to be like a pro photographer, but I got pretty decent. I got better than a lot of amateurs get. But I like cameras, so I'm happy to buy another one. I'm always happy to buy more cameras. I was even tempted to go and get a full frame camera. For those who don't know about cameras, the sensor size dictates how blurry the background gets, how good the quality is, how much you're gonna get out of the scene. I was so tempted to be like, I'm just gonna splurge like $2 or $3 grand and buy myself a cheaper full frame camera. I was like, why? Why would I do it? Because I'm literally gonna sit in front of the camera on screen. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I talked myself out of it, but I really wanted to. Yes, Scroll Through, exactly. Unless your content pays for it or you're just obsessed with cameras and stuff, it's so not worth it. It's so not worth it. Like, I'm a sound tech, right? Like, I did that for so long. So I have decent equipment for sound. But there are guys, like if you've ever heard of, oh God, what's his name? I'm thinking Wadzi. It's not Wadzi. Not Nubbins. Nubbins is another great guy though. Girl Thulu, what's his name? The bald guy. The bald guy who always makes like funny faces. He's got like a little mustache. He doesn't follow me. I don't follow him. But we were talking about him recently, how he's really, really smart.
He always does this clown face when he talks into the camera, making like a weird...
Knackers, that's the one. Knackers. Yes. This guy Knackers, if you look him up, he's insanely intelligent. That dude has like a supremely complex audio setup. And one, I have hearing issues, but two, I don't have like an affinity towards audio. Like I did audio professionally for a long time, hence the hearing issues. But I'm okay with like the sound that I have. To me is way more than enough. Like it's overkill at this point. Knackers makes me look like I'm literally using like a blue snowball because his is so complex. I'm the same way with like cameras and lighting. I really love cameras. I love lighting. I love messing with this stuff all the time. So don't spend the money unless like you're one of us crazy people, or your stream's making you the money. It's really not worth it. It's not going to add anything to your stream. This is a great jumping off point for the next point that I wanted to make. I am going to be starting a new channel. I want to get your opinions now that you're here, especially Growthulu, Night Owl, WeWin, you guys that have been around for a while. I would love your opinion. I'm going to be starting a new channel. I'm going to continue with everything that I'm doing now, but I'm going to add a new channel that I'm kind of making a side project. I want to see how it goes. I want to make a Minecraft channel. I'm not going to be a full-time Minecraft creator. I just feel it doesn't really fit with what I'm doing with everything else. And I want to make like a series. And this is how it's a jumping off point for what I was talking about. I have all this fancy equipment and I'm literally going to do like mumbo jumbo Grian style where like, you're not going to see my face at all. You're going to hear my voice. But this camera is going to be useless for that channel. So you don't need it. You really don't. You really, really don't need the setup. But the opinion I want to get from all of you. Yeah, he's an IT tech and he's like insanely smart. So he, even though it's not necessary for the stuff he does, he enjoys it. Just like this isn't necessary for the stuff I do, but I enjoy it. Or like my TikToks. It's so much easier to just pull up my phone and record. But I like to have the whole setup because I enjoy it. I like looking at my stuff and being like, wow, that looks really good. Or there are times where I make a video and I'm like, this looks like a freaking ad or a movie. I love how it looks professional. Like my last video that I just did, which is the one about, what is it about? Shut up, phone. Shut up, phone. The one that I did about the Sony hack. I feel like that looks like something you would see on like a TV show, in a movie. Like the lighting is so well done in that one, in my opinion. I love it. I like that feeling. So like I don't need it. You really don't. We have friggin' Xanadude who covers news now, and it's literally him with his phone and just using the green screen effect with the picture behind him. And he does exactly what I do. His videos actually perform better than mine do. But I like doing the work, but it's such a waste, but I like it. I really like it. You know? Wendy the Wanderer, hello. Nice to see you. Can I give you a PlayStation hack update? I don't have one, True Gamer. Honestly, you're going to find out as soon as we all find out, because Sony's probably going to make a big announcement if they make one. The truth is, it's a bunch of people. I'm not going to like bash the hackers because like I don't agree with what they're doing. They're putting us at risk in a way to get back at Sony, which I think is kind of, it's just stupid. The same thing happened to me at work about a year ago. Somebody hacked into the systems at work and they couldn't pay us because they wanted to shove it to the owners of the business, but the owners still had their mansions and still had their boats and had their, you know, fast cars and were still making millions. It was the little guy like me that wasn't getting paid, and I went over a month without getting paid because some guy was trying to show it to them, but they weren't affected. We were. So it's kind of the same situation here. That being said, Sony is really, really, really slimy when it comes to letting their audience know that they're in trouble. And so I don't think we're actually going to know what's going to happen until Sony decides to let us know. I also think that the hackers probably do have some information, but they're probably lying about how much they have in order to get more money. But they probably do have something, because Sony would have outright said no if there was no risk. But we don't know how bad the risk is, right? Like, did they get access to accounts, or did they just get access to like Sony media stuff, like the Xbox leak that just happened, or did they get like access to like code and stuff? Like, and if they got access to codes, what part of the codes? Like, do they have the code to let them into all of our accounts no matter what we do? Like, you know how you do the two-factor and everything? Like, is the code that they have able to even just bypass that? So we don't know. There's not really an update. They're all just kind of fighting amongst each other, and Sony's just not saying a thing. We won't know until Sony fully comes out and says, hey, this happened, and they'll make a huge announcement about it, and it's going to be all over the news immediately. Honestly, True Gamer, I wouldn't be insanely worried, and thank you for the follow. I wouldn't be insanely worried because, or did I say Wendy the Wanderer? I meant Wendell, sorry. I don't know why I saw Wendy. I wouldn't be insanely worried because we don't know, right? If you have two-factor authentication, at least you have something. And this is now public, so if they do steal something, there's a good chance that your credit card company or whatever will be able to, you know, give you your money back because it is a theft and it's public. It's not like a private thing. So I wouldn't be super concerned. Make sure you have the two-factor on. Maybe get rid of your credit card information that's saved. If you have any information like PayPal or whatever that's saved, maybe get rid of all that so nobody has access to it, and maybe reset your password just in case. But that's about as much as we can do until Sony says something, really. Exactly. You bought a fancy camera setup when you had 20 and it still stayed the same. Look at me. I've got 5 on Twitch and YouTube and 3 on TikTok, and I'm using a friggin' my lighting setup is probably a good $2,000 worth. It's so not worth it. It's so not worth it. But I look at my camera setup and I'm like, I like it. I like it. Although I can't tell if I'm underexposed or overexposed today. I can't even tell. What do I look like? Let's see. Okay, so the opinion I wanted to get from you guys, because obviously I need a name for the other channel. And I don't want to make the same mistake I made this time by choosing an insanely uselessly long name. I also, sorry, I'm just trying to find my stream. I also don't want to rebrand completely and have something that has nothing to do with my channel. So here's my mindset. Here's my mindset. But it's pretty. Oh man, as long as the bills are paid, fire away. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Craft for the first time. So my original plan on the channel, if I was going to do it on this current retro for the first time, I was going to do Minecraft for the first time as like a callback to retro for the first time. And then I was like, maybe I'll make the channel name that, but that's a really long name and I don't want to have that issue, especially, shut up, especially if I collab with other creators. What are they going to call me? Because right now everybody calls me Retro, but if I'm Minecraft for the first time, what will they call me? They can't call me Minecraft. They can't call me for the first time. So I was like, okay, well, I go by RFTFT. You can't see it on TikTok, but on Twitch. RFTFT, right? And I was like, okay, we could do that, but then what would people call me? Right? They're not going to be like, hey, RFTFT, come over here. That sounds kind of dumb. So I was like, okay, well, there was always the ongoing joke of Rift-Tift. And I was like, okay, what if I literally just add the I's in and I call my channel Rift-Tift, and then people can just call me Rift, right? Like that's something, but I don't know. I don't know if it sounds stupid. I don't know if it sounds really stupid. I don't want to use my name. I don't want to use my name at all because I don't want to deal with people calling me Lewis. I hate people calling me Lewis. And that moron from the internet company did exactly that, and it drives me crazy because he's like, what's your name? And I'm like, it's Luis. Okay, Lewis. I didn't say Lewis. I said Luis. Okay, Lewis. Ugh. And I don't want to deal with that with my friends. You know what I mean? Right? So I was like, I don't want to have to be correcting name all the time. There's a guy actually, funny enough, I watched this guy Grian, right? And there's the ongoing joke that every time he spells his name, he sometimes spells it too quickly and he spells grain. And so that's kind of an ongoing joke. But the episode I'm watching right now, the series I'm watching right now, is the first time he joined a server that I really like. And the guy who runs it, his name is spelled Xisuma Void. And so nobody knows how to say his name. One guy calls him Exuma Void. And then Grian was like, all right, we're going to go hang out with Xizuma Void. And so he comes up, he's like, hey. And then the guy's like, oh, hey, Grian, how's it going? He goes, everybody, this is Xizuma Void. And the guy goes, wait, what did you just call me? He goes, nothing. He goes, what, I swear you just said Xizuma Void. He goes, no, I said Suma. And he's like, okay. And nobody knows how to say this guy's name. Now, that's become a running joke, but I just don't want my name being mispronounced all the time. and I don't want a stupidly long name that nobody's gonna know what to call me because it's so stupidly long. So that's the thing is I wouldn't want to do something like, I'm starting this channel specifically to only do Minecraft content on it for now. The idea is maybe eventually it will be like a series of, once I kind of build whatever personality it is that's going to kind of take shape, have other games where I do the same kind of thing, where I run a series on other survival games, because survival has not done well on this channel. But I really like Minecraft for a couple of reasons. One is the fact that it's kind of just endless content. You can kind of just spend hours and hours and hours doing nothing on Minecraft and have a whole episode on it. There are different types of challenges you can do. Like there's the sky block. There's the one that I want to start with, which will be like one chunk, and every episode it'll grow by a chunk, allowing me to do more creative ways of getting through Minecraft. Then you can do like build videos where all I do is just build something really cool. I could do a hardcore mode, you know, there's stuff like that. And it also allows, the other part is it also allows me to collab with people, and there's no need to rely on the other person. You know, like when I played with my brother, I was doing a lot of Dark Souls with him, but if he wasn't available, then I couldn't do Dark Souls because I wasn't going to do it without him. Whereas with something like Minecraft, I could literally invite a guest in for a day, and we do like a couple of hours of recording, and I can make a video out of that. Or I can have a realm where I have other creators that are part of the realm, and then I can, like exactly what Hermitcraft does, where like we do our own thing, right? Like I'm making my own videos on this realm, you're doing your own thing on your realm, and then once in a while we cross paths if we're both online at the same time and we go into some crazy shenanigan. I like all that about Minecraft. So I don't want the channel to necessarily be a Minecraft channel, but it doesn't fit anything else, which is why I was kind of leaning towards Riftift, because I still want it to be associated with me, but not have it be like Minecraft for the first time, and then it's pretty much the only thing I can ever post on there. And if I don't like it down the line, like if in 6 months I'm bored of it, I don't want to be like, well, the channel's dead. Especially if I gain a little bit of traction, I wouldn't want to just give up on that. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I am right now. Venom, how's it going? Welcome. How are you? Yeah, and that's it, Dr. H, is like, I like the idea of potentially doing a realm. Like I'm going to start with just a basic series right now because I don't know if this is going to work for me, right? I don't know if I have the right personality to do it. Because you almost have to be childlike in certain aspects and like think really silly. So I want to start with just like a basic series where I'm just going to do a challenge and play that and see how it goes. And then eventually, if I feel like, yeah, I like how this works, like the editing time and everything works fine, I would eventually like to do a realm where like I invite other creators to be a part of it if they're interested, and then not have it be like, oh, we always have to record together, but instead the realm is there. You can come and go as you please. We'll set a couple of real basic rules. Like, you know, you can't just like grief each other, but you can pull pranks as long as you help clean up afterwards or whatever. And then just kind of live in this world. And then obviously with creators, for those who don't know how creation works, like content creation, this might like pull the curtain aside and you might have your heart broken a little bit. But then like if a realm thing like that, if it got that far, I would want to do something similar to what Hermitcraft does, where we come up with specific ideas of what is happening in that world to kind of guide us in that direction. So like right now, one of the ones that I'm watching, the moon is suddenly getting bigger on their map and the world is shaking and nobody knows what's going on. Now, obviously the creators know what's happening, but they're playing it up as if they have no idea. And so like it gives us a direction, but then the shenanigans that happen during that direction are up to us. So like while this is all happening, one guy decides that he's going to start a whole cult of people not sleeping anymore. And so now they've kind of gone off on this tangent about not sleeping. So I like that whole idea where it's like, yeah, we can work together and do stuff, but we also don't have to rely on each other consistently, because there can be 4 or 5 episodes where we literally don't interact with each other. And then all of a sudden 3 or 4 episodes where all we're doing is working together constantly. So like, I like that idea, right? I like that idea. Retro Rift. I like Retro Rift. My stupid brain is like, where's the other F though? For 4. And T for the. Now that I think about it. You know what I mean? I hate names. I hate names. I hate names. I like my name. I like my channel name, but it just doesn't work for stuff like that, right? Like it doesn't work. Like the whole hey retro thing, like everybody that knows me associates that with me. But I've had people in the past come into my channel and be like, actually people call me retro. And then I look at their channel like, you've been around for a year. I've been around for 7. I'm the original retro compared to us. But then there's other people that have retro in their name that have been around for 20 years. And I'm just like, oh man. Oh man. I'm girl. Bam. My coffee got cold. Gross. Yeah, it's so like it's so hard. Like, and the thing with retro, no, they're not the biggest deal as long as they're memorable for sure. The only reason I'm stuck on it right now, like if it wasn't for the type of content I'm gonna make, I wouldn't care. Like that's why I've stuck with retro for the first time for so long, right? Like the grievances I have with my name now is just that it's a pain in the butt when I'm trying to like write it out somewhere, or there are certain accounts that only allow you to create accounts with set number of characters, and my name is always too long and it never fits. That's why Twitter I think was retro for first time. I think I took out the so it would fit. Instagram I think is retro FTFT or something like that, because it doesn't fit, right? And so, and our FTFT is always too short because they're like at least 6 letters. So it's like, damn it, I can't even use just my initials. That's the only grievance I have with my name now. I do like that it kind of has its own thing. It's long enough that it stands out, but it's short enough that it's memorable. But I don't like it for the whole Minecraft idea, because if I collab with other people, they have to call me something, and I don't want to use my name. And again, not because like I'm ashamed of it or anything, or I want to keep it private. I use my name all the time. It's my username on TikTok. But it's I don't want people saying my name wrong all the time and having to spend my life correcting creators, because if it were to go anywhere, not holding my breath, but if it were to go anywhere, there's gonna be people that like know me but don't actually know me, and we're gonna work together, and it's just gonna be really like annoying over time having to correct people. I have to do that in my real life every day. I don't want to have to do that on my videos too. You know what I mean? Exactly. I already have to correct people in my real life, and it's like a daily issue. That's why I go by Louis, because it's just easier. But I don't feel like a Louis. I don't necessarily like Louis, but it's just the easiest answer for me. And I don't want to go by Louis in my videos. I'd rather have like some kind of nickname, you know. But I want it to still be tied to retro for the first time somehow, so it's an easy, like, hey, don't forget to check out my channel, whatever, and it can kind of tie in, even if it's not exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? But retro is so generic because everybody has retro in their name. Like the amount of followers that I have with retro in their name, it's embarrassing. Embarrassing for me, not for them. For me, that like my name is just so generic. And so like I wouldn't want to go as retro because it's generic. It's generic AF, and it almost feels like I'm trying to prove something. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like the name is me trying to prove something. And I don't like that feeling. Like even now as retro for the first time, I'm just like, especially now that I don't talk about retro stuff very much, it's like, why is my name retro for the first time? I don't talk about things that are retro. I don't play retro games. Why is it retro for the first time? And people ask me that. At least if it was something like Rift, it doesn't mean anything, right? It obviously can't just be Rift. That's why I was like Rift Tift. I don't know, because RFTFT. So I'm like, at least that is like, it kind of just sounds like a weird name. And then if people ask where I came up with the name, I can be like, actually, I have another channel called Retro for the First Time, and my logo is RFTFT, and so I just went with Rift. Like that was my mentality, right? Is there somebody already called Rift? Yeah. See, and so like I would be doing like Rift Tift, and then if people called me Rift as short would be different, or even if they went with Rift Tift. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. Riftro. Riftro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Retro for the second time because of his second channel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I do like the idea that I have for the channel. I was actually going to sit down and start recording last night, but because I have new neighbors, I didn't know if they were upstairs last night, and I didn't want to start recording at like 11:30 at night, and I didn't hear noise. So I was like, I don't want to be that jerk. Their bedrooms are like right above me. So I don't want to be that jerk recording loudly in the middle of the night and waking them up. I don't want to record like this because that'll sound like a brand new streamer that has never done anything. And nobody's going to want to watch a brand new stream that's never done anything. I want to put like personality into it. You know what I mean? I've got experience. I know I can like do it. Yeah. Girl Thulu, that assumes I'm creative. That assumes I'm creative. I'm not creative. I'm bad at it, man. Like retro for the first time took me a while to come up with. Like days and days and days to come up with that. And I didn't even come up with it on purpose. It was just like, you know, I was writing the script of what I want to do. And then I was like, at the end, I'm going to say my name, but I don't know what my name's going to be. I was like, what the hell do I want my name to be? And then when I said, you know, I'm going to play games that are retro for the first time. And I was like, oh, I kind of like how that sounds. I'm like, well, and back then I was doing YouTube videos. So the title wasn't a title for me. It was the title of the channel, of the show. And so I thought of it like a show title. So I was like, retro for the first time sounds like a good name. It's like, I like that. But now it's a name for me. And I'm just like, what the hell do I name myself? You know? Ordinary Logo Fan, how's it going? How are you? But I have zero creativity. Like zero creativity. It's so annoying. Especially because I'm fixated on the fact that I want to tie it with myself. If I didn't have to tie it, like if I didn't have that stupid, like I want it to be tied to my channel now, it would be so much easier because I could just come up with any name. I could do what Kadea did and literally put like a name generator up and have a name. But like, I hate it. Introducing to the stage, Riftro. No. Retro, no, not retro Rift. I don't know. It's still retro though. I don't know, man. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, let's turn off my brain for now. I haven't even recorded my first episode yet. I got to do that, and I can come up with a name at some point. I don't even know. I don't even freaking know. But yeah, that's the idea. And I do like the idea of having some kind of challenge for the series, not like a crazy challenge, but like doing hardcore mode or whatever. And because it's not on stream, there's none of that like dead air boring time where all I'm doing is collecting stuff. And because I'm not talking to a real audience, like an active audience, I can actually concentrate on what I'm doing, and I can just make conversations up as I go. I like that whole idea. Like all of that has me super, super intrigued. It's just one, doing it, and two, coming up with a damn name. That's it. Looking through musical terms now. See, I don't like the brainstorming. I don't like the brainstorming because I have no. This is okay. I say this a lot, and I was just saying it to somebody recently that I just met. That I am. Where did I put my little knifey thing? Oh, there it is. I'm like a walking contradiction because like I love musicals, but I don't watch musicals. I like streams, but I don't really watch streams. I like music, but I don't listen to music. And one of the other contradictions is my whole life is about art, you know, with photography and music and acting and all that. I am the least creative person because anytime a director says, okay, just do what you think is going to work, I will literally stand in place and just talk. And they're like, move, you got to like, just do what your gut tells you. And I'm like, my gut tells me to let you tell me what to do. And they get really frustrated with me because they're like, you're an artist. You're supposed to create stuff. I'm like, I am very, very good at following instructions and making those come to life. I'm not good at creating the instruction and then making it come to life. As soon as the director goes, I want you to do this, I can run with it. But it's I need that initial spark. And so brainstorming for me, not at all. Not at all. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad at it. The quivering tortillas. Oh my god, the quivering tortillas. How's it going? AD, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My brain just had a total brain fart. I said quivering tortillas, how's it going? I meant to say AD, how's it going? I have no idea why I said thanks so much. No idea. No clue. Don't know where that came from. Yeah, I lack a lot of creativity when it comes to like brainstorming and stuff. I've never, ever been good at that stuff. Ever. And so like coming up with a channel name, I'm really good at like shooting things down. I'm really good at pointing out, being like, actually, that's a problem with this and that's a problem with that, which most people hate. But like at the same time, I don't want to run into it later, you know? Yeah, no, I'm not going to have the name hold me back. I actually am planning to record tomorrow. I was going to record tonight, but I have my long shift tonight. But I'm going to record tomorrow. Maybe late at night, because I have a phone date with Nora. And so I don't want to miss out on that. And I have the stream earlier in the day, but I don't have rehearsals. So I might record later tomorrow to record the first footage of like introducing what the idea is, what I'm doing and whatever, and kind of establishing what I'm doing, and also learning how to do it, because obviously I've streamed. I know how to, I have that set up, but I don't actually know how to record Minecraft stuff, because I know I need a second account so I can like be the observing camera, so I can watch when I'm like doing time lapses and stuff. I also have to get used to like switching out the camera so you see the character when I'm talking, because I'm not going to use a face cam at all. And then learning how long it's going to take, because the one guy I watch, Mumbo Jumbo, does about 20 to 25 minute long videos, but he says it could take him up to 8 to 12 hours to do the recording. I don't plan to take that long, and my videos are only going to be about 10 minutes long. So I'm aiming to record everything in 4 hours, but we'll see. I don't know how it's going to happen, right? Yeah, I might do something like that, or do what I did with everything else and put retro FTFT, and then kind of introduce myself and say I've got this other channel and this is my second channel and whatever, and then even like do the whole, like at the beginning, I am going to be changing the channel name, but this is the filler for now, and then kind of come up with something later. Because I'm even debating on whether I should record the video and upload it on both, on Retro for the First Time and on the secondary channel, to kind of be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and do it a little bit different on Retro for the First Time, and be kind of like, hey, this is a bit different, this is what I'm doing on the other channel. Maybe do more like of a cut down like 5-minute version, and then be like, but if you want to see the whole thing, go to my second channel, this is what it is, to kind of give some like traffic that way. Not that a lot of people see my stuff, but at least the people who do see my stuff can kind of be like, oh, I'll check that out, I like Minecraft, you know what I mean? But we'll see. But yes, production, AD, I appreciate that you like my production quality. It has been a lot of work. It has been a lot of work. I have worked really freaking hard on making my stream look the way it does, and I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. I may have to rearrange everything because the people are upstairs now. I don't want to be a jerk. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, right now it's the middle of the day, so it's not like me screaming is going to wake them up unless they're night shift workers like I am. I don't think I'm going to be waking them up if I make noise right now, but I am afraid that I am going to have to do recording in the middle of the night for stuff if I do the Minecraft thing, that it's going to really mess with my schedule if I'm in here, because I don't want to wake them up at 3 in the morning because I'm yelling because I died to a creeper or whatever. So I may have to switch my stream room, but I don't want to be on the other side of the house because that's where their living room is. And the last neighbors used to listen to music and stuff during the day, and I don't want to be streaming while we're still hearing, you know? So I may have to switch things around. I'll see. I'll see what happens. My plan right now is to record my Minecraft stuff on the days that I don't stream. That way it's in the same window, and then I can record it in that same 4 hours I would have spent streaming, and then it won't really make a difference for me, but still, you know. Yeah, we win. I want to make a soundproof room. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Night Owl. I could do like an on-camera intro. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't fully decided on like what I want to do in that aspect for sure. It's not going to be, the video's not going to be live for at least a couple of weeks. Like I really want to take my time with this. Because I want to put my best foot forward with it, because I don't want to do what streamers do when they start with like expecting to just play and people are going to show up. I know it has to be somewhat of a production, even though I'm not going to show my face or anything. I know I have to put up at least like an overarching character trait, whether it's, you know, I make silly mistakes all the time, or I just take risks all the time, or I build really intricate stuff I'm not good at building. So that wouldn't be it, but like, you know, something like that, just so then that way people kind of know what to expect, and if I'm interacting with other people, they'll kind of know what I'm bringing to the table. But I also know it's got to be, you know, energetic enough. You know, like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, all right, guys, welcome to Minecraft. So here we're just looking for resources. You know what I mean? We're not gonna do that. Like I want it to be like, hey guys, welcome to Minecraft. So this is my first Minecraft video, and like have it be presentation of sorts. Man. Played it once for like 5 minutes in creative. I would love that. Girl Thulu. I think there are people that I would definitely like to have on a realm eventually. You know, it's so here's the breakdown. It's hard because if you don't watch Minecraft, it doesn't necessarily come off as clear. After I'm done this, I'll open this thing. What it's like. Like there are different types of Minecraft creators, right? Like there's certain channels that all they do is build stuff, and they'll give you tutorials on how to like use farms and how like to manipulate the way that the game glitches in order to get the most stuff in the fastest amount of time. Some will talk about the way systems work and how they change throughout time. So it's more like tech Minecraft, like technical Minecraft. Then there's like the super child-friendly Minecraft. Like there's a creator called Afmao, and she's got her whole group, and they are very much like watching a TV cartoon. You know, like there's one guy who all he does is scream at everything constantly, and then like all the guys are in love with the one girl who runs it, Afmao, and they all want to be her boyfriend, but like she hates them because they got cooties, and she has a crush on one, but he doesn't like her. Like it's very much that, like kids playing house. I hate that type of content, so that's not what I want to do. And then there's what I like to watch, which is like Hermitcraft, Grian, Good Times with Scar, Mumbo Jumbo. Those three are my favorite. And basically the server exists, it's always on, and so anybody who's in the server can come and go as they please. They all have a set amount of rules of what they can and can't do, and they come up with like a basic thing for that season. So like they'll have, let's say, 3 different groups, and you choose what group you want to be a part of, and then you go off in shenanigans with that group, and then the 3 groups will interact with each other, whether they become enemies or friends, or they just ignore each other. And each person brings their own thing. So like Mumbo Jumbo is very much a technical builder. He likes to do redstone, which is like contraptions, trapdoors and cool like farms and stuff. But he's not very chaotic or funny in the sense of like he's not always doing silly things. Instead, the funny things he does is like the one season he decided he wasn't going to kill anything on the server, and so he decided it was going to be all about like plants and peace and love, and he transformed his character into a potato. And so like that was an ongoing joke that he was a potato, and then everybody else knows that he's kind of not good at, like he's taken on the persona of not like being good at running shops or like making diamonds like through selling things. So they always kind of make him the boss, and they know he's just going to be a bumbling fool as the boss, and that's kind of the character he plays. Grian, on the other hand, is super business savvy, is always making tons of diamonds, but he's a little troublemaker. So he's always pranking people. So like he'll walk into their base, and decide to like steal one thing every episode. He'll just go in and steal something, like a decoration, nothing important, just to see how long it takes for them to notice and stuff like that. And then Scar is a really intricate builder, but he dies all the time. So the ongoing joke is that he's constantly taking risks and constantly dying. And so that leads to really great interactions because like Grian will prank Scar, which leads to Scar dying. And then Scar will help Mumbo Jumbo build something really beautiful for Mumbo Jumbo's tech. But then Mumbo Jumbo's tech is based on trying to sell something that nobody wants. And so then everybody makes fun of him because he doesn't sell what he was supposed to be selling. And then he traps other people into helping him to do the thing that he's trying to do. And so like it just leads to great interactions. And it's still goofy and still kind of childlike because you are doing really silly things. But the beauty of the realm is like, let's say Night Owl, Girl Thulu, and I are in this realm. The beauty is that you can make your own videos based on the realm, on whatever you're doing. Today, I'm going to be building my base, and then you just do a video on building your base. But then the next video, you could be in the middle of building your base, and then all of a sudden I show up and I'm like, hey, I need to go do this thing. Do you want to come with me? And then you're just like, okay. And then you come with me, and then all of a sudden we end up, you know, getting trapped in the nether, and we don't know what we're doing because we broke the portal, and now we're like 1,000 blocks away from where we're supposed to be. And now we have to try to figure out a way to get home without dying. Stuff like that. You know, I love that idea that it's like there's opportunities to interact, but then there's still the freedom to kind of just do your own thing and make your own videos. I like that idea. Obviously somebody like Girl Thulu, who isn't a Minecraft fan like I am, or like wanting to make a Minecraft channel, the beauty is that I can do a video for my own private world and then be like, okay, today I'm inviting Girl Thulu, and then you come in and then we're going to go off on some adventure. And then people just get to watch us interact as a one-time deal. You know what I mean? So it's like, there's that freedom. Like there's all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But that sort of is things. Yeah, there's a lot of groups out there. I know the Hermitcraft is like one of the biggest. Maine, I'm just chatting right now. How are you doing? How are things? The Dark, hello. It's been a minute, I feel like. How have you been? How's life? Moa, hello. How are you? How's life? Let me show you how to teach you how to play. That's like, and there are definitely tutorial videos out there, and like I don't want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to teach anybody anything. I just want to kind of go in and just go off on stupid adventures. And like, again, with the stream, I love it because I like Minecraft, but there's a lot of downtime. Right? Like there are times where I have spent 3 hours straight just digging, and nobody wants to watch a 3-hour stream of me literally just digging. That's really dull. Unless I was a Minecraft channel and I'm like, hey, I have to do this for this big build I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna go live. If you guys want to come hang out, I'll be live and just collecting stone for the next 3 hours. And they come in and just chat because it's a chance to actually chat with the creator. But with a video, I still do the 3-hour digging and I record it, and then I just put it in a time lapse. And then next thing I know, it's only been 20 seconds that they've had to watch of me digging, when in reality it was 3 hours. And then they can watch me do the other stuff with whatever I collected. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing really well, Moa. I'm doing really, really well. So yeah, that's kind of what I like about the Minecraft idea, is that it gives me the freedom to invite somebody who may not be a Minecraft player and just kind of goof off with them for an episode. Or if there are people that are like, yeah, I want to be a part of this. And even if they're not creators per se, they're just in that world. And then we can just run into each other once in a while and they can just go off on an adventure to be in a video with me. I like that idea. Do you know what I mean? It seems very like, it just seems like it's full of possible video ideas all the time. Right? Like I can watch, there's this guy Wadsy that I watch. Now he's more chaotic in his editing style. He very much edits like a Gen Z does, with a lot of like random sound effects and like distorted sounds and things that don't make sense. But he does a lot of challenge videos. And so he'll do like a video where all he's going to do is empty an ocean monument. Now an ocean monument is a giant temple under the water. It's super dangerous because the enemies that spawn in there are super hard to deal with. And then you have to go and get rid of all the water and then protect the area so no water would come in. And then he built a farm inside of it. And he said it took him something, I can't remember if it was like 20 hours or 18 hours to do it for a 20-minute video. and he just did it just for the sake of doing it. And so like I like stuff like that because it's just watching somebody do something really stupid. And so like if I have a series where it's like a hardcore series, I can literally do a challenge like that just for the sake of doing a challenge like that. But it's still within the hardcore series, so it fits in, even though it has nothing to do with whatever main adventure we're doing in the game. I love all that. Yes. I've been painting my nails for about a year now. I just haven't done it recently. But yeah, so that's kind of the plan for that channel. You know, I don't want to be a full-time Minecraft creator. I don't want to destroy my love for Minecraft because I really, really like Minecraft. But I want to do some Minecraft content because I want the opportunity to work with other people in something that is relatively easy to learn, that is not an insanely expensive game, and that gives options for people to kind of come and go as they please without having to be tied down to doing stuff with me, or me having to be tied down to do stuff with them all the time. While still being able to do my regular stuff. It just doesn't fit with my regular stuff. Like my channel on TikTok has mostly been known for making news content or like fun facts or weird skits. All of a sudden full Minecraft content coming out would be really weird on my TikTok. On YouTube, there's been a lot of like news, fun facts, and tutorials. Again, Minecraft would be really weird. It wouldn't fit in. Now on the streams, it's a bit different because I just kind of play whatever, so it wouldn't really stand out too much. But I want like offline content because the thing is I don't have any offline content. So I need something that I can do for somewhat of a long term. You know, and because it's survival, eventually it can like lead into doing like the forest with somebody else and kind of having the same chaotic adventures, or doing Green Hell, or Green Hell's one player, but you know what I mean? Like playing other games like that, like it leaves some doors open a little bit. But if I tend to find that I really, really like the whole Minecraft idea and I happen to connect with some creators that really enjoy it too, it may just be something that I just enjoy doing, you know, and just kind of have that going. You know, that's kind of where I am right now. That's kind of where I am right now. You just got a nice green one? Nice. I was watching Night Owl yesterday, and he was talking about how he got some that was Joker themed. So I think he said purple and green, and I think that would be really cool. I would want to try purple, green, and white, and I think that would be really cool. I just haven't done it yet. You know what I mean? Oh, nice, Moa. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, so that's the plan for the channel. That's kind of where I'm going. So you got a little bit of insider scoops there to know kind of what I'm doing. Of course, man. Of course. Every time I've seen you live, I'm like in the middle of something, so I can't stop and chat. And then yesterday, because I didn't stream and I had rehearsal, I had nothing to do. I didn't want to start anything just in case, because I had to rush off. So I was like, you know what? This is perfect. I can hang out with Night Owl and just kind of chat with him. It was really nice. It was really, really nice. Did you ever get the video to upload? Like, did it work finally? BK, yes, I do sing. I do sing. I don't do it on stream, but I was a singer for a really long time. So this is a package that I got from Mauno. I don't know how to say their name. I think it says it in one of the emails she sent me. Let me double check. Let me double check. I swear she sent an email with it in it. I need a new phone. This really sucks. Okay, does she say it? Where does she say it? Manao. Manao? Is that how it is? She gave me a phonetic pronunciation, and it shows M-A-N-O and then the little weird horseshoe. Is that Manao? Is that how you say it? I think it's Manao. Me. There you go, BK. There you go. I don't really sing on stream unless like sometimes I'll sing happy birthday to people, but I don't really sing on stream. But here, you know what? You asked very, very, very nicely, like way nicer than anybody ever asks. So I'll do you a real big favor. I'll do you a real big favor. Okay, so this is the song that I have to sing for the show. This is the song I have to sing for the show. Okay. You guys were here earlier when I was talking to Ian, the guy who's going to be playing this character with me. And we were saying about how it's really hard to follow because all we have is a piano. You'll hear why, because this song is very like cabaret, jazzy kind of tune, and it relies very heavily on drums and bass. And the piano just kind of like can't imitate that. We're only going to listen to the first little second, and then I'll sing a little bit of the first little second, and that's as far as we're going to go. Okay? Because I don't want to get like completely sidetracked with music and then get like a copyright hit or something. But this is the song. Like, how does the piano imitate that? Right? Also, I'm playing basically Harvey Weinstein. And this song in particular is that I want to bang my secretary, being Dolly Parton, basically. And this is where you see how slimy I am.
Oh, my sweet dear Doralee, you don't know what you mean to me. I just don't know what I would do without you. You're so efficient and alert, and the way you look, well, shit, that don't hurt. Now, please don't think I'm just a flirt. It's just I'm nuts about you. Here for you, I'm here for you. I want you so, I truly do. My body is your instrument. What a now's I want to know. Please play.
So that's the song that I'm supposed to sing in this show. It gets dirty because like at one point he even says like, will I get those legs uncrossed? Of course I will. I'm the boss. Or I want to take those double D's blah, 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 and get them so close to me. Like he's a complete perv. That's the character I get to play. It did not. That's annoying, man. That's so annoying. That's really frustrating right now. I don't even know why it does that. Okay. So, I don't really know this song. I haven't. We had one rehearsal where we like kind of hammered it out, and it wasn't very good. He's very, the musical director is relying very heavily on us just learning it ourselves, but I can't read music, so it's kind of rough. For me, it's kind of rough because I can't read music. So I've been going off that recording, but that recording isn't super accurate, so it's kind of hard to deal with. Hey, Hammer, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna hammer it out. Okay, so don't judge me because this is me without any real practice. I've sang the song in the car a few times, but I've only ever sang it at rehearsal once, like mostly through. We haven't actually sang it fully. The director also has like a really weird idea. He wants me to like fully go like manly as I sing from the beginning, but the beginning is supposed to be very like, I'm trying to be more like coy about it. Like, I really like you. I think about you so much. I'm not gonna be like, I like you. Like that's, he turns into that down the line. But at the beginning, it's supposed to be very like, please. You know what I mean? That scummy kind of, oh, come on. You know what I mean? All right. BK, I don't know if you're still there. And if you're not, I'm doing this for nothing. But you asked so nicely, so I'll do it anyway. This is the song. Don't judge me too harshly, please, because like I said, I don't know this song. I haven't practiced it. Here we go. Me. I need a drink, even though it's cold coffee and gross. I'm also not warmed up, so here we go. All right, we win. No worries. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what time though. But yeah, no worries. Go sleep and do your thing. Here we go. Oh, my sweet dear Doralee, you don't know what you do to me. I just don't know what I would do without you. You're so efficient and alert, And the way you look, well, shit, that don't hurt. Please don't think I'm just a flirt. It's just I'm nuts about you. Here for you, I'm here for you. I want you so, I truly do. My body is your instrument. Please play it. There you go. So that's my song that I'm gonna be singing. Later on, it gets like really wild. Like it goes real high up there. It's supposed to be for a much deeper singer, but I'm a much higher singer, so it's a bit tough for me. But like the ending, like at the, but I'm not gonna sing it with the music or whatever, but like at the near the ending, he's like, the ladder of success is steep, but not if you hold on to me, or I'll hold on to you, my sweet. Oh, you drive me crazy. Oh, like it's way, way up there. But yeah, that's the song I'm gonna be singing. I have to learn it though. I still don't know it. I still don't fully know it. But that's me singing. There you go, BK. There you go. I have my talking voice doesn't necessarily match my singing voice, and the weird thing is this song is way deeper than what I normally do. Like I'm normally way up there when I normally sing. I'm out of practice, so my voice is nowhere near as good as it used to be. Like the one I auditioned with, I don't even know if there is one without the lyrics. Yeah, this is piano. Let's see if I can make out where it's supposed to be. I don't know where it's supposed to be. So now you're gonna hear where my voice normally sits when I sing. It's way higher than the "You, my dear Dorley." I don't know if I'm gonna be able to follow just the piano. I don't know. I don't even know what the lyric is right now. Okay. We could do a million things, but only if you please. We could go to such extremes. No, that's I don't know the words. Here we go. We'll circle the world doing all we've ever dreamed of, and we'll live in our own way. And I'll see you every day. We'll be the best of friends when you take that chance on me. I normally sing way up there. Like that's normally where I'm singing. So it's really hard for me to be like, oh, my sweet dear Dorley. Like it's way down here. I've had to work really hard on the deep side of my voice. But normally I'm like, I'm way up here as I sing. But yeah, that's my voice. That's me singing. So there you go, BK. There you go. What's a song that I love singing? It's a Spanish one. I haven't sang it in a while though. That one, I don't know if I can sing it. I don't know if I can sing it. This one's kind of tough. I know there's got to be a karaoke version, but I don't think I could sing the karaoke version because I haven't practiced this in forever. So we're just gonna have the regular backing. You'll just have to listen to my voice on top of it, I guess. This is the last thing. So this is Mark Anthony. It's a salsa song. It was really, really popular, and I really, really love this song. I don't remember the lyrics though, so give me a sec here. What was that? I heard something. Not SpexBot. Thank you for the 30 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh, I hate when you click on like a lyrics website and then it like opens up and it's just a song list. It's like, no, man, I want the actual lyrics. Okay, I'll put it right by the chat. So that way I can kind of look in your direction instead of looking this way as I'm singing. All right. This one, again, I haven't practiced very much, so please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. Here we go. I'm so gonna get a copyright strike. Oh well, whatever. Mark Anthony is going to be in the background of this because I don't want to try the karaoke and not be able to sing it at all. So here we go. Can't believe I'm doing this. I don't like singing on stream. Here we go, here we go. En un llano tan inmenso como el cielo, voy a podar un jardín para que duerma tu cuerpo. En un mar espeso y ancho, más ancho que el universo, voy a construir un barco para que nade en el sueño. Yeah. It's a duet though, so the girl has to sing now. Then you're gonna hear my fancy part. Here we go, here we go. Because it's one of your favorite films? I don't think I even know that song. Okay, here we go. This is where I might crack. Y volar, volar tan lejos, donde nadie nos obstruya el pensamiento. Volar, volar sin miedo, como palomas libres, tan libres como el viento. Y vivir, vivir lo nuestro. Y amarnos hasta quedar sin aliento. She's got a great voice. En un mundo sin razas, sin colores, sin lamentos, sin nadie que se oponga, en que tú y yo nos amemos. There you go. There you go. There you go. A lot of people are that way, BK. A lot of people are that way. If they had if they could sing the way they wish they could, most people probably wouldn't stop singing. I don't, because I used to do it professionally. And so I was very much of the mindset of, if I get paid for this, I'm not doing it for free. I would practice and train and stuff all the time, but I never ever sang unless I was preparing for something. So I was very much the type of person that never sang. I only ever sang when I was about to perform. So a lot of my friends, now, my theater friends knew I sang because I did musical theater. So of course they're like, oh, of course he's a singer. But a lot of my like non-musical theater friends, a lot of them, that's really loud, had no idea that I sang. And then they would I would tell them like, oh yeah, I've got a gig this week. And they're like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I've got a band and blah, blah, blah. And they would come, but they very much expected somebody who's kind of dreaming. People are like, I've got a band and I'm going to perform. And then they go and it's like a dead end bar with like 4 people there. And then they'd walk into the place you were performing and they would see there'd be like 1,000 people and they'd be like, oh my God, you've got like a band. I'm like, yeah. And then I would sing and they'd be like, oh my God, you can sing. I'm like, yeah. I'm not just like pretending. Now I haven't sang in a long time, so my voice is nowhere near as good as it used to be. But yeah, people usually are surprised that I sing because I don't ever sing. I never ever sing. So I took drama in high school. I didn't take choir in high school. I was in a choir when I was a kid. And then I turned about 15 and I stopped singing completely because it wasn't cool. Really stupid reason. And I completely stopped singing. And then I had a friend who was gonna be in a talent show, him and another friend. And him and his friend, I didn't know the other guy. And they were practicing one day and I walked by and they were both singing the melody. They weren't doing any harmonizing and I knew the song and the song has some pretty good harmonies. So I stopped in and I was kind of listening and I was like, can I give you a piece of advice? He's like, sure. And I was like, you guys should harmonize. He's like, what do you mean? And I kind of like sang both notes and he's like, you can sing? I'm like, well, I used to, I don't sing anymore. And then he tried again. I'm like, no, watch. And then I got his friend to sing with me and then I did the harmony. And then he like begged me to do it with them. So he bugged me so long that I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So that's when I kind of got back into it. And then my band started when I was about 18 and I did that for a really long time. And I went to regular theater school. I did like full blown theater training, but not musical theater, just plain theater. And then I started auditioning for musicals because I was like, I can sing and I've got acting training, so why not do both? And then I kind of did that. So yeah, that's where I am, you know? Yeah, it's what happens, BK. I don't ever sing publicly for no reason. I don't go to karaoke nights. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I also don't really talk about the fact that I sing. There are people who like, they make their whole life about their talent. You know, if they're an actor, all they do is talk about acting. And if they're a singer, all they do is talk about singing. I don't do any of that. So nobody ever really knows. And for me, it's just a personal annoyance when I know somebody who has an okay voice and all they do is sing all the time, like they're trying to show it off all the time. That really bothers me. So I try even harder not to do that because I don't want to be that person. So it's like double the reason not to sing, so then I like avoid it completely. Like even if I'm out in the car and like all my friends are singing in the car, I won't sing. Most of the time I don't know the lyrics because most of the stuff I listen to is in Spanish. But even if I do, I won't sing, or I'll intentionally sing poorly so that I don't have to deal with them being like, oh my god, you know. Now I don't have the voice that I used to, so like now I don't expect anybody to be like, oh my god. But back then when I was singing constantly, like I was singing every single day of the week. I was performing with my band 3 times a week, and I was doing musicals 2 or 3 times a year. So I was singing a lot. And so I just didn't want the attention. Now I'm on stream, I'm living by myself, I don't really care. And I don't do it professionally, and I'm nowhere near as good, so it doesn't really get to me. You know what I mean? Give me a sec, my landlord's calling. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec, everybody. My landlord's here.
Oh, I see. It's even, yeah. I will ask, okay, and for the bill, how do you want? Can I just say it first? And yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I was supposed to mute the mic. I didn't. I don't know how much you guys heard of that. Like, how's it going, everybody? I'm back. No, not evicted. No way. No way. No, we have new people upstairs. The problem is that he hasn't raised my rent in a while. And so he was asking me to pay the water bill, part of the water bill. He wants to split it between them and me, which I'm okay with. I saw the number. It's not that bad. The problem is that he was going to split it 50-50, but upstairs is a family and here it's just me. And so we were just kind of hashing it out that I was like, I don't think it's fair that I'm going to pay equally to them when it's a bunch of them and it's just me. And he's like, oh, okay. So he agreed that I pay 40% and then they pay 60. So it's better than nothing because it is just me. So, when did I realize I could sing? I've been singing my whole life, BK. I would sing or try singing before I could even talk. So I've always sang. And we always sang in the car with my family. My dad was a musician growing up. He always wanted to be a singer. He never really had done it until we got older, but he tried when he was young. When he was in his 20s, he joined a couple of bands and it just never went anywhere. Because none of them were ever professional enough and none of them were ever able to not drink while doing it. So they would get drunk and they just wouldn't go anywhere. And my grandfather was a professional musician. He was actually City Hall in my dad's hometown got named after my grandfather because my grandfather was like a professional musician. He was the music teacher at the school there and everything. And so music has always kind of been part of the family, but none of my other family members, like my uncles and stuff, my grandfather's brothers and stuff, none of them could sing. They all could kind of do it, but not very well. My grandfather was like the musician. And out of his kids, so my dad and all his siblings, only my dad could really sing. And so when I was born and I sang a whole lot and I was, singing as a kid, everybody kind of just said I was the musician. So they all expected me to be a professional musician. So I always kind of just sang my whole life. And then the band started as just a hobby. And then my dad, because he had me and I was way stricter about the way we did things, we had a lot of success. And because I had gone to theater school, I had kind of learned how like rehearsal processes work and how we should do things. And it got pretty decent. We were never like famous, nothing like that. But as far as like a homegrown band, especially a Latin band in Canada, we did really well. Like my biggest audience was about 5,000 people. My average audience was probably about 250 people. My smallest like bad night would be like 100 people in the audience. Like we did fairly large shows. It wasn't just like a tiny thing. We toured, like I did shows in Quebec, I did shows in the States, I did shows in Mexico and El Salvador. So we did quite a bit. It was fun, but never enough to like make it a living because there's not a big enough Latino population here. So it's not something that ever really had an opportunity, but it was a good time. But yeah, so let's open this thing up. And then how long have I been live? 1 hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, we don't have to go too much longer. Yeah, let's get this open. Let's see what's in here. Hey Preston, how's it going, man? The stream is very quiet. I'm not playing anything today. I've just been chatting. I didn't have anything that I felt like playing or anything installed, so I just decided I would just chat. And then my landlord came and kind of like demolished the momentum we were building. He came in because he wants me to pay the water bill. And so I had to kind of hash it out with him because I was like, Alana doesn't live here. It's literally just me. So I don't think it's fair that they're going to pay the people upstairs, which is, I think it's just a couple, but it might be more, that they're going to pay the same amount as me, but they're going to use triple the amount of water that I'm going to use. And so he agreed that he's going to pay 10%, I'll pay 40%, and they'll pay the other half. No, I didn't choose anything, Night Owl. They just sent it to me. I have no idea. She sent me the picture of the white one, so maybe it's the white one. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, we're just kind of vibing. It's going to be a bit of a quiet stream, which is fine. I wanted a bit of a quiet stream. I'm not really feeling playing anything today. And if I end early, I can kind of relax before having to go to work, which will be really nice. All right, let's see this. Let's see this. So for those who don't know, this is a package that I got from Manau. I think that's how you say their name. It is, I think it's a microphone. We'll see. They are a company that sells like some streaming equipment, and they're asking me to review this. So I'm going to be using this on my stream for the next little while to kind of give a good idea. But I might as well do the unboxing now that we're live. So let's do it. Okay. Oh no, it's the actual mixer. Cool. It's the actual mixer. She said she was going to send the microphone first, but the mixer got here. Cool. All right, well, now I'm really excited because I was like, the microphone, yeah, cool, but I want to see what it sounds like with the mixer. But the mixer, I could try with this thing. That's cool. Well, let's open it up. Let's see. I have to try to remember how everything looks inside so I can get footage of it for the video. Let's take pictures of it, actually, just in case. Just in case. Are you home now, Preston? One. It's really small. I like that. I like that. It's bigger than the in one. It's actually almost exactly the same size as the Go XLR, actually, just in horizontal versus vertical. So we got an instruction manual, warm tips. So we got mic gain and volume, telling us the different reverb. It's got some kind of side change, monitor loopbacks. Cool. So here we go. Just got home 20 minutes ago. How was the drive? Was it bad? All right, here we go. This is what it looks like. So this is Manau's mixer that they've sent out. Now, I've seen one video that covered it from another creator. And it's got like a little different effects and stuff. It's got a little audio jack cable and USB-C, thank goodness, USB-C. Cool. Yeah, it's not bad. So the buttons on it, if we look, try to do it on camera so I can read it through there. It's got the phantom power right there. That's if you've got a condenser microphone. They usually need power, so you turn that on so you can hear it. Bluetooth, because it's got Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect like your phone for music and stuff. It's got some different reverbs, sidechain for music. I don't know what that means. Direct monitor, so you can hear your microphone. Pitch presets, so you can have like a voice changer. It's also got noise canceling in it, and then you can record your own sound effects to kind of put out there. Obviously, we got the volume here, and then two different channels. So this is obviously the microphone, if that's to be believed, and then out. Now, this is my headphones, so for what I'm going to hear. Then the microphone gain, and then the auxiliary if I plug in, like, something to the line in or whatever. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. In the back, we've got a regular microphone jack. Right there. Then obviously I could plug in an auxiliary thing. So what I would end up doing is plugging like the PC into this or something, like the secondary PC to have a channel in, and then where my headphones would go, this would go out to the stream thing. Now I'm wondering if this is only for power or if it actually sends a signal as well, because then it says stream out for that jack. But is that a secondary option, or is that the only way I can get sound out of this? So we got a couple of things we got to definitely try out. Excuse me, I'm trying not to burp on the audio. The knobs are okay. I like that there's one giant knob for the volume. Yeah, they're not bad. The sliders are a little bit stiff, but a little bit stiffer than the Go XLR ones, but not too bad. No? They're a little uneven. The right slider is stiffer than the left slider. The buttons feel okay. No different than the Go XLR buttons. This is not bad. Cool. I'm tempted to like plug it in. I don't Does this have software? I don't even know. Usage video. They have a WhatsApp. I don't have a WhatsApp, so you're not going to get me contacting you that way. I don't think they have software, right? I think this is just a plug and go. It's called the Manowcaster. So that's cool. Here's the big upside to something like this. It is insanely cheaper than the Go XLR. Or more budget friendly. Sorry, cheap sounds like a bad thing. So for people that are looking for a little bit of control in their audio, but don't want to spend, you know, $300 or $400 for a company that's already out of business, or to spend, you know, $200, I think, for any Elgato stuff, this could be a very, very good budget friendly option. And it has a battery meter there, so I'm assuming it can be battery, like run by battery. It doesn't weigh very much. Like, I can kind of feel it. I can see a battery being in here. But it doesn't weigh an insane amount. Oh. Oh, my brother just dropped something off. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my brother had to drop something off, but I'm back now. I'm tempted to plug this in. I really am. Maybe I will. I can make a video about it later. Yeah, easier to travel. Yeah, it's definitely not meant to like replace the Go XLR. Like, it's not supposed to be a Go XLR alternative, really. I don't think. But with a little creativity, I'm sure you could get it to do mostly what you need. Which one's this? Okay. You know, because honestly, as a streamer, do you really need things to be super complex? If you're at the level where you need things to be super complex, you probably need something a bit more expensive for your setup. But if you're just like starting off, you don't need anything wild, you know? You don't need anything super crazy. You just need a little bit of okay. So do I need to oh, so that's the chargy one, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Oh, there we go. You have to hold the power button for a while, but maybe I gotta let it, maybe it neat. Okay, so it turns on, that then turns right back off, so I'm assuming it needs energy. I'm guessing the battery is just completely dead. But it's kind of giving me the vibe that it doesn't. It's got two USB ports because one is for power and one is for use, maybe? I don't actually know. Did it pick anything up? NVIDIA, voice meter, sample, Steel Series, voice meter, Neophyte, game, digital audio. Okay, so it looks like it might actually be a really weird using the USB-C. One port is for charging and the other one seems to be specifically for the audio, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Do I have another USB-C around here? I do, but I don't think this is. I think this is just a power one. Yeah, I think this is just power. Okay, so let's plug you in over here. I don't know if this one's just power, but let's find out. I don't know. We're experimenting here. You're doing it with me. This is the kind of stuff I have to go through when I'm on my own all the time. So you can come along for the ride. Come along for Coca-Cola. Okay. All plugged in on both different ports. Did anything happen? Oh, it shut off again. Okay, it went deeding for a second, then turned off again, so. Come on, turn on. So the only downside to stuff like this is a lot of the time it's not like common use stuff. Does that make sense? So you're not always able to just kind of figure it out on the first try. Sometimes it takes a few tries to figure out what you're trying to do. Okay, I guess that port is dead. What's this? Is this the backup camera? All right. Will that give me power? Okay. So my one of my front USB ports is dead. On. Did we get deeding? Why didn't we get deeding that time? Now we're not getting a response at all. Weird. Did it do anything over here? Chat, system speakers. I have like 5 million different audio devices, so I have to like scroll through all of them. Okay, I don't see. Oh, it did come out. Okay, we have sound. We have sound. Well, we have the connector. Now, what would I do here? So it just picks up as speakers, is what it sees it as. Okay. So now the question would be, I'm just trying to get creative here. I'm trying to see what I can see. If I open up my sound settings and I go to volume mixer and I want to send this. So it seems like the Manao only works as speakers. It doesn't have any submix availability at all. Okay, that's not a bad thing though. That's not a bad thing. Tara, hello, how's it going? Welcome, how are you? How's life? How are things? I got a new mixer. Everybody who's just joining in, I got a new mixer from a company called Manao. I'm not sure how to say it. And they, as I'm talking about this thing that got sent to me, another ad comes on. That's not good. And I'm just kind of messing with it a little bit just to see what happens. I just don't know how to use it, so I don't want to mess with my sound too much because if it crashes, it's going to be a nightmare to fix. How are you doing though, Tara? How's life? How are things? How's your day been? Are you excited for the weekend? Are you doing anything this weekend?
Infy isn't doing the thing.
Hello. No. Hello. Hello. Okay. So you can hear me now, right? Um, I don't even. Am I doubled now? Is my audio doubled now? Can you hear me? Now can you hear me? It's so hard to know because of the delay. Give me a sec here. I'll pull up my own TikTok. Okay. So you can hear me. How does it sound on stream? It's really quiet. Like really, really quiet. Okay. There we go. Is that better? It's still really quiet. I don't know. My gain is pretty much maxed out. Okay, so I've got all my volume turned way up, and that's still quiet, isn't it? It's weird how the music is still playing to you guys. It shouldn't be. It should have stopped. Okay, well, I turned it down up there. Um, yeah, it's quiet. It's very quiet, and it's doing this weird thing. It's doing this thing where suddenly my voice peaks and then it goes quiet again, and then peaks and then goes quiet again, although I'm saying things at the same volume. So there's like an instability in the volume I'm getting. Um, that was super loud. Uh, did you do a jump scare, Tara? Did you do one? You did.
I just looked. Whoa. Hey. This is female. Do I sound like a girl? I don't think I do. Do I kind of? Maybe. Link. Please, Link. Wake up. Come save me. I'm fighting Ganon. Please, Link. Come to me.
Now? I'm a Goron. This works for Goron, doesn't it? Kind of. Haha, I'm a Goron.
Baby? Do I sound like a baby?
Robot. Oh, this is a Goron. My name is... I don't remember the Goron name, but I'm the big hero who died. Darunia. I am Darunia.
Oh, I made myself. Oh, wait, hold on. There. Did that get louder? Maybe that got louder. Okay, that's the problem. Okay. Okay. Is that better? I think that's better. I don't know. It's hard to tell because the levels don't tell me what they're doing. Okay, I think that's better. I don't know. There's definitely a delay in my voice, which is really messing with my head because it's just barely behind. So it sounds not only like an echo, but it's enough to do like the voice scrambling where it's hard for me to know what I'm saying because it's just enough to throw my brain off. So I definitely can't use the monitor, which kind of sucks because that's like the big thing I want. But that works. We heard the voice changer, which is really cool, and now we've got a noise canceller. Now, I don't know how effective that is. From what I can hear. Okay. Okay, so it's not just a noise gate. I don't know what noise canceling it's doing, but it's doing some kind of noise canceling. And then reverb. Whoa. Oh, there we go. So this is reverb in a hall. If I'm in a cave, this could kind of work. In a valley. Whoa. Ha. Oh. It felt like a TikTok. Yeah. And that's clean sound. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, when I first plugged it in, it felt like it was a noise gate because it was just like randomly cutting my voice out. But now I don't hear it cutting my voice out. But because I'm using the audio jack, I can hear buzzing. So I don't know if the buzzing is my headphones or if that's what it's trying to cut out. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know what it's doing exactly. Okay, so those are some of the effects. I don't know how the sound pad works. But that's not bad. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit hard to know exactly what I'm doing. I can see that I'm peaking, so I think that's where my volume should be. It definitely doesn't have a compressor in any way, and that's definitely adding some issues to me. The really weird part is I feel like if I move it, I'm gonna mess it up. But let's see if I can show you on screen here. I think that's what they are, Night Owl. Okay, so if you can look here, that's my microphone signal. But see how it like bounced, like it's super low there, and then randomly it'll go up really high. But it's not sitting in the same spot. So I don't really know how this meter is working in relation to the audio that's going out. Like, I don't know if this meter is, sorry, TikTok, you can't see this. Like if I'm actually too quiet right now, or I should be like up at the top. Like my gain is pretty much maxed out right now. And then if I turn up the microphone, did that do, it seems like that kind of helped bring the level up a little bit more. And then I guess I use this other one to bring it down for all of you. So I think the gain is the actual gain that the microphone has. The left volume knob is like the compensation volume afterwards, I guess. And then the big giant knob, I think, is just like the main out, like what would be like the broadcast or the headphone level for all of you, I think. Yeah, Night Owl. Right now, it's just hard for me to tell because let me here. Is this gonna show it all? I don't even know. No, that's not what I want either. Whoa. Okay. If you look at my levels here on OBS, no, dang it. If you look at my levels there, I'll turn off all the cameras so you don't see everything. If you look at all my levels here, the voice is like sitting okay right now, but then if you look at in the corner, if you look at this, look, it's barely registering. So I'm really confused as to what this means because it's not registering my volume. Like on there, it's almost peaking, but here it's barely registering, and both of these are maxed out. So now if I turn this up, it still doesn't do anything. But now look, my levels are completely peaked the whole time. So I don't really know how this light works. Like when I turn it up, it shows me the volume, which is maxed out, but look, it's barely registering. And this is maxed right out, and it's still barely registering. It's weird. It's really weird. Okay, so how can I record? Do I hold it? Is this how I get the sound? Did anything happen? I don't think anything happened, did it? I don't think it worked. Hello, I'm testing to see if it records. Yeah, I don't understand. The sound pad doesn't seem to be doing anything. I mean, the quality doesn't sound bad at all. It's just the monitor is kind of slow. but I'm also using Bluetooth headphones, so that adds a delay too, right? Or not Bluetooth, but I'm using headphones, and that adds a bit of a delay. So let me get my other headphones. I want to see how bad it is with the other headphones. This is really weird. This is really weird. Not in a bad way. Just it's a weird setup, and I'm not sure exactly what they're expecting of me. You know what I mean? Let's see. Tara, I don't know if you're still there. I was asking, but the microphone was obviously muted. How you've been doing? Okay, so the delay is nowhere near as bad when you're using wired headphones. It's still there, but it's not. It's better than the Go XLR with these headphones is. So it's very, very minimum. Actually, it sounds like I have a slight reverb, which is really weird. Okay, if I turn off the... Oh. Okay, so the noise canceller is actually cutting out the buzzing, because now I can hear buzzing. And then I turn it on low and the buzzing is gone. But it's not noise gating. That's pretty cool. Okay. So it's obviously the headphones adding a little bit more delay to the little delay that's there. It's not exactly a direct pass through, but it's very close. It's like the slightest delay, and I can barely hear it. And there's a weird thing happening where I can hear my own voice going through the headphones. I can also hear my real voice kind of leaking through the headphones, but it almost sounds like there's a third level going through, and I don't know what that is, which is really weird. Looking forward to the weekend. Are you doing anything exciting for the weekend? Okay, so that seems to be working. It's a little weird, but it seems to be working. Definitely one of the drawbacks, no EQ, none of that kind of stuff, so you can't control what your volume sounds like. You would have to do that through OBS. Sleeping? Yeah. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to some sleep. Actually, I've had a couple of really good nights of sleep, which has been really nice. I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, I got some pretty good sleep the last couple of days. Okay. You know what? The sound's not bad. It's just no EQ, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, you would have to definitely do it through like OBS and stuff. Now, this would require, because it doesn't have any submixing available, this would 100% require some creative sound engineering to do complicated stuff like what I do. You know what I mean? Like to be able to split up the sound the way that I like. I'm just trying to think of what I would do. I'm not going to do it now, but I'm just trying to think of what I would end up doing. Like, it would probably end up being something like only using this as like the main out volume, but having it split up through like my SteelSeries software or something in order for it to do anything that I want. Huh. Okay. Ugh. Nasty car. Yeah, you would have to do something like that with Voicemeeter for it to work. For anybody else who doesn't have like an insanely complicated setup, that would be a really, really easy way to get it done. Or the monitor thing that you told me about, because that could do everything Voicemeeter does and more. Because it's built right into OBS. So that was something that you were talking about yesterday during your stream. I was trying to think of something that you had said that I was like, you didn't see my message. But somebody was asking you about sound, and you were like, I don't know if you can send sound out from OBS. They were talking about like, how do you record sound with your voice or something? I can't remember what it was, but you're like, you can't, like, you don't know of a way that you can pick up the sound from OBS. But you can through the monitor you showed me. That allows you to pick up the sound and send it somewhere from OBS. Yeah, the SteelSeries one, that one, it looks really powerful because like you've got a mic channel, an auxiliary channel, media, a chat, and a game channel. But I don't actually know how to get it to do any of that. I don't know how to get it to work in any way that I want, which is really weird. You can. If you were to do, let's see how much I remember. Hold on. Wrong keyboard. Whoops. Oh. Oh, it flipped. Weird. Okay, so if you were to do the filter, and it brings up this window. When you do the audio monitor, you can do it like if you have the broadcast or whatever and everything's going through the broadcast, you could just filter that and send it to whatever you want. Or you can just add the filter to all the channels individually and send them out. And then they would all go to whatever it is that you need. So you could, exactly. So you could literally do that. So like right now I'm using my microphone here on the chat, right? Let's say, so I'm using the Manao microphone and it's going to here. If I wanted to send this to Discord without anything else, I could literally just go to filters and then audio monitor and send that out to whatever channel I would want to for it to work as like the outwards. And then use that as the pickup on Discord. If that doesn't work, because that may not work depending on how Discord looks for the microphone, my best bet would be to go through this thing. Like the if you click up here, oh, I'm flipped, aren't I? Weird, it's backwards again. There we go. Okay, if you go up here to the docs, it adds the audio monitor doc. The audio, where is it? I don't see it. Oh, right here. So if you add this, the audio monitor, which is over here, here you can select what outputs are active and where they go to. And so they can take OBS and do it that way. You know what I mean? And then using the track level, like going to the advanced audio here, they could select what track is actually picking this stuff up in order to put it all together. It's probably going to get kind of complicated. It wouldn't be the easiest way to send things out. My guess would be that you would have to send all of this. So like if I want this to work, I'd have to output it to like a voice meter channel. And then from voice meter, set that as a microphone. So then that way Discord can pick up voice meter as the microphone, and voice meter is now sending everything from OBS. Because that was the big powerful tool that has saved me, is that because my capture card doesn't appear as an audio device on my Windows, nothing can see the capture card, so I can't control the capture card. But with this audio mixer thing that you showed me, I can pick up the audio from the capture card and send it to specific spots. So I'm assuming it would allow you to do that for like Discord or chat, or if you're recording specific videos and you want to pick up all of OBS, it would allow you to do that. Because like things like, you know, you can have music out to the audience and you're not hearing it. That would allow you to pick up what the audience is hearing and not what you're hearing. So like there's a lot of stuff. It's really complicated, Night Owl. Even though I've used it, I still don't fully know what it's capable of, but it does seem insanely powerful. And not only insanely powerful, it seems like it's in a way more powerful than voice meter, because it can pick up non-audio devices that you put on your scene, which voice meter can't do. Like if you have like a meme or whatever that has audio but it's not playing in your ears, that monitor plugin can pick up that audio and send it to a channel, whereas voice meter won't see it because it's not actually an audio output. It's just a meme that's being played in OBS, and OBS is not an audio output. Ty, how's it going, man? How are you doing? How are things? Hello, Piano and Printing. How's it going? But yeah, it's not a bad monitor. The sound sounds clean enough. Like it doesn't sound that bad. if you're an audiophile, this is probably not going to be a good experience. But if you're a new streamer, this could do your job. It's going to need a bit of a workaround to do exactly what GoXLR would do. But it does give you some options. Like, you can technically, a really, really basic setup is it's got an auxiliary in, right? So you could plug the output of your PC into that auxiliary in, and technically that would be another channel. So then you could have some sounds going out from the headphone jack of your computer or the line out from your computer, and then have the other sounds go through the USB sound on your computer, like your actual Windows sound going to the speakers out from the mixer. And so you would have two channels that way. So that way you could at least have like the game volume and like the other stuff volume being controlled that way. And then you have your microphone volume. So there are some options you can do with this. You know, that's not bad. It's just, it's going to require a couple of workarounds. And now if you want to get super complicated and you want like a level for music, a level for gameplay, a level for like your alerts and stuff, and a level for chat, then you're going to need something like Voice Meter or the SteelSeries Audio to get it to actually do what you need. But that's when you start getting really complicated. But yeah, I think I saw it on sale for like 50 American recently. Normally like 65, so roughly around the same price as what you saw. That's not bad. The GoXLR Mini is like $300 in Canada. So for what, less than a quarter of the price? Thank you so much, Piano and Printing, for the sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to our little corner of the internet. How are you? Yeah, that's not a bad option at all. And even like the main volume out, I have it turned to like 3/4 of the volume. So I could turn it up even louder if I wanted to. Not that I need it to be louder. I'm wondering though, because the gain is all the way up. If I turn this down a little bit and turn this up, does that do anything? It kind of turned my volume up, but not by much. That's better. That's a bit higher. But yeah, it seems to be working. I really like this. That I can do
voices. I don't know why it has a reverb though, which is really weird. Now, if I go softer, it still doesn't sound like a woman, but it's not bad. It's like a dude doing a girl, but not bad. You want the level to be full, and then the gain to be down a bit? Okay, so maybe that? I don't know. Or wait. Do you mean change the mic volume with the gain only? Okay. Echo! It's pretty fun that I have this, though. And then
Well, oh, there we go. Now I'm a guy, apparently. My voice is like super deep, which isn't bad, you know? And then
we got a baby. And the baby just sounds like a chipmunk. Me, I want a hula hoop.
And then the robot doesn't sound like a robot. I sound like a giant. This is... Come here, boy. I am, Kratos. What's wrong with you, boy? I am a god, boy.
That's not bad. It's fun. It's fun. So Night Owl with the gain and the level. It's funny. Mind you, I learned from a guy who learned just by doing it. I had learned the opposite, that you set the gain and you never touch the gain again, because that's where you get the distortion, and then you use the fader to control the volume, because that won't add distortion to it. Do you know what I mean? Because once it's maxed out, it'll be exactly what the gain is capable of before distortion. And then when you use the fader, you can turn it down or turn it up to whatever it is that you need. So that's what I always learned. I don't know, right? Obviously, I learned it from some guy. But that was the logic I was always told, and that made sense to me. But yeah, I have heard what you said before. So, but yeah, you know, for $50, that's not bad. That's not bad. I wish it had software. I wish it had software. That would, I think, would make the experience a way better experience if it just had some really basic software. Yeah, so like what I was taught is you like max out the gain where it distorts and then pull it back till the distortion stops. Um Obviously if you're going to be like screaming and stuff, you want to have it when you're really loud and see where it distorts, then pull it back a bit, and then you use the fader to actually control the volume that is going to be being used. And then that way, because the gain is already below where it distorts, no matter how much you up the fader, the gain will never allow it to distort. Um, Whereas like in reverse, the fader would always be up, but then if you mess with the gain too much, you might distort it and not realize you're distorting even if you're being quiet. You know what I mean? Um, Mind you, once you set it, you kind of forget it. You don't have to mess with it. I never really mess with my volume once it's on. The only stuff I mess with is the volume of the music or the gameplay if it's too quiet. Um, exactly. You set the distortion and then you're going to turn it down. The distortion's still there before you've actually turned the volume down. And so I learned the way I learned for the same reason, but in reverse. That if you turn it up too high, you'll add distortion, even if your volume isn't very loud. Whereas if you've already stopped the distortion, then it doesn't matter how loud you go because you're never going to add the distortion again. But for an amateur, that's not exactly easy to make sense because they won't understand why they're distorting. I think my favorite is when I see people that have a fairly large following using an SM7B and they're distorting like crazy, like they sound like the built-in headphones, and you're just like, why do you have a $500 microphone and you're making it sound like it's like the HyperX Cloud microphone? Are you crazy? Why would you do that? Okay, so that seems to be working, you know? Oops, wrong headphones. That seems to be working. It's not bad. It's not as simple as what I like. Not simple, but it's not as it's not, what am I trying to say? So it's not as, yeah, the delay is instant. There's like a slight added delay to it. It's not as versatile as the more expensive stuff out there, but it'll honestly do what you need as a new streamer, as a new content creator. You know? Not really. I just haven't shaved. I have a show that I'm doing, and I don't know what they want me to do. Every video I've seen of the stage production of the musical that I'm in, the guy playing my character always has a mustache, and it takes me a long time to grow a thick mustache. So I'm not shaving until I see the director, and she tells me what she wants me to do, because if I shave now, it will not be a thick mustache by the time we go on stage. But if I leave it, by the time we go on stage, I'll have a proper mustache. But I also don't want to leave a mustache. And then she goes, I wanted you to have a full beard, even though I can't grow a full beard. Or that I would, you know, leave the mustache. And she's like, no, I wanted like the little chin thing. I don't know what she wants. So thank you, Vargas. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not bad. It doesn't work. It doesn't play well with my SteelSeries. It adds so much more echo that I am feeling the distortion in trying to talk. It's hard to have a conversation because it's just delayed enough. But if I turn it off, then I'm going to be really thrown off with my audio. Do you know what I mean? That's not using a line out. Huh. Weird. Okay. Yeah, and that's kind of the plan. Is the first video is going to be like, hey, here's this cool thing they sent me. This would be a good option. I'm kind of going to go, I'm trying to figure out the wording, but I want to word it along the lines. Oh, sorry, the music. I forgot about that. Are you able to hear the music or no? I can't, but I don't know if you can. What I want to I want to find a way to word it to kind of be like, the Go XLR is expensive, so here's a budget choice. That kind of vibe. My original idea was to literally be like, this is a Go XLR and it's way too expensive, and then kind of throw it behind me and then pull out that one. At the same time, I don't want to make it seem like I'm promoting Go XLR or make it seem like they are bashing Go XLR. Do you know what I mean? So I want to try to do some kind of wording like that because, you know, I like that smart ass type of opening line. Yeah, I don't know what I'll word it, but yeah, my idea is going to be like, this is a great budget option if you're just starting out, and it will do what you need. And then do a follow-up video because I'm planning to do a whole stream using this thing. So I can take footage of the stream and be like, this is what it was like streaming with it, and have them hear it for themselves, like the audience hear it for themselves of what the quality is like while I'm streaming and there's gameplay and everything. Yeah, that's a good idea, Tara. That's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, see, and I don't want to go for like a replacement for Go XLR, but definitely as a, like, this is $300. You don't need this if you're brand new. Like that kind of idea. This one, now that I'm using it, it's very, very similar to the Fifine one because I watched Harris Heller do his video on it. And this seems very similar to the Fifine one. It's got the same limitations that the Fifine one has. So I'm wondering if it's literally the exact same mixer and just shaped a little bit differently. Because it does have some of those limitations. But it's not bad. It really isn't. And it's got a stream out jack as well. So you can actually have two separate outputs and two separate inputs. So it can feasibly do some weird, complicated stuff. It wouldn't necessarily be the best option, but there are some options. Like if you use the USB port for, let's say, all your main sounds, like your alerts, your voice chat with your friends on Discord, any like computer sounds and stuff, and then you use the auxiliary for just like the capture card or gameplay sound to go through, then you still have the option of controlling just the audio for the gameplay while everything else is okay, and potentially using the chat volume as like your main volume, use that to lower the chat volume so that way your friend doesn't distort too much or interfere too much while they're chatting. So there are some workarounds. Definitely are. And then obviously there's Bluetooth. So like if you listen to music, you could use like a phone or like send the signal from your computer out through Bluetooth if you have one of those. And then send it to the mixer so then it's also its own channel. Do you know? It's not bad. It's slightly better the preamp. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you could use it for a TikTok phone stream as well because it's USB-C. So it's pretty straightforward. It's got the battery built in, so you don't need to power it through your phone or anything. So yeah, there's quite a few options. And it's really small and lightweight. I like it. I like it a lot. For a budget-friendly setup, it's not bad at all, you know? And Vargas, I'm doing Dolly Parton's musical 9 to 5. But yeah, it's not a bad little mixer, you know. My Go XLR, it literally crashed right as I was getting ready to do this stuff, which I don't like. I don't like that it crashes, but I kind of don't like that I am limited on the amount of inputs and outputs that I have with this thing. I'll have to figure something out for the next stream because I do want to do a whole stream with this, so I have some really good experience with it. But I may wait until I have the microphone so I can do a full stream with the microphone and the mixer. That way, it's the combo setup and I can be like, this is what the experience was like. Yeah. It's not bad though. I think my favorite thing is the pitch. That I can change my pitches. And the noise canceling is kind of nice. The noise canceling is kind of nice. That you can have a little bit of a cleaner sound. Kind of sucks that there's no EQ. There's a sidechain button though, and it just says music only, but I don't know what that means. Is that for the Bluetooth? Is that what that actually means? Eight. There are 5 function keys, reverb, preset, sidechain, music only, direct. Okay. The sidechain function automatically lowers the volume of background music when you start to speak, highlighting your voice. It's suitable for chatting scenes in live broadcast and podcasts. Oh. That's complicated. Right? The whole setup is cheaper than just the microphone. So that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And it's a decent upgrade from just like a plain USB microphone. Okay, so from what I'm reading, the sidechain is basically ducking. So it turns it down while you're talking, but it also does music only. So it seems like it'll do that thing that websites can sometimes do where they like play the music and through filters and through like doing the opposites, like inverting the waveform, they're able to like mute the lyrics for the most part. So then you get music. You can kind of hear the lyrics echoing, but you just get the music. That this thing can do it with a press of a button, which I don't expect it to be super impressive, but the fact that it can do that, that's pretty cool. I do like that it has the ducking functionality though. I just don't know, it doesn't tell me if it does it for all the music, like anything that it picks up playing in the background outside of the microphone, or if it's only for the Bluetooth for music. It doesn't tell me. It's the only thing. But that's a pretty cool idea, you know? Then you could do like karaoke nights if you want. Direct monitor is turned on and the loopback is turned off by default. If you don't want to hear your own voice recorded via microphone, then you could turn off the direct monitor. If the loopback feature is enabled, the audio is sent to the device via USB. It will be sent back to the USB connected device. If it is disabled, the audio sent to the device can be heard through the headphones but will not be recorded. Turning this feature off can avoid unwanted echoes. What does that do? Did that mess with things? Oh, the echo is worse. I mean, not as bad. The echo got way better, but does it sound different to you? I don't know. No, it sounds the same. Oh, no, never mind. It's still there. But I don't know. It changed the quality, but I don't know what it means. And now when I do this, I don't know. Am I echoing? I don't know. Do I sound different to myself? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, the echo's still there. The delay is still there, but the echo changed. This thing's weird. It's really, really like complex. It's way more complicated than I thought it would be. Okay, so headphones go there, stream out goes there. That's cool. It gives you a little like diagram on how to like set it up, so you can do like for the phone or for the PC. So it'll actually show you what you plug into each one. Oh, that's a good idea. You can have the USB with the streaming PC and the auxiliary for the gaming PC. So that could also be another way to do things. Yeah, having budget tech ideas is definitely I've played with the idea. I haven't done it before, but I've played with the idea of like going to the dollar store and building lights and showing people how I did it. So I can be like, this looks ghetto and it's super, super like ugly and not going to give you a lot of functionality, but you can have really nice lights for $5. And it would just be like a fun, goofy thing to do. But I'm trying to see how the okay, so the custom sound effects provides users with 3 custom sound effect buttons. You can record their favorite song, music, beat, or other sound clips into the device through the microphone. External audio accompaniment, Bluetooth input to use live broadcasting and recording. Up to 20 seconds. Erase existing effects. Press and hold any of the previously recorded custom keys for more than 3 seconds. At this time, the LED indicator is on and flashing quickly, entering the state of recording, erasing. Light goes out when the erasing is completed. Regardless of whether there are special effects or custom keys or not, the action of erasing the original special effect must be performed at first. Short press the corresponding erased custom key, and the light flashes slowly. At this time, it is in recording state. The light goes out when the recording is completed. During recording, if you short press the corresponding custom key, you can stop recording. Okay. It is a sample pad. Okay, so if I hold it, it erases. So it's erasing right now. Now it's done erasing, and then it says if I press it, it'll record, and then I press it afterwards, and it'll repeat. So, my name is Tara, and I am super awesome. Did it work? My name is Tara, and I am super awesome. It worked. That has a dedicated clear button? Oh, okay. See, I don't, because I have the mini, I don't have that pad. I wish they would have included that. Hold on, let's do it even better. Erase first. Erase first. I don't even know if she's watching anymore, but that's okay. Hold on, here we go.
I'm Tara. I'm Retro for the First Time's biggest fan.
Okay, let's see.
I'm Tara. I'm Retro for the First Time's biggest fan.
Amazing. It works. That is hilarious. Oh, that is so good. I would 100% have to come up with like little sound clips. It's only 3, but to have 3 sound clips that I use all the time. You know what I mean? Oh, that's awesome. I like that. That's cool. I wish that the Go XLR had that. Like the mini. I wish they would have included that. I don't feel like that would have added to the price too much. That is cool. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I don't understand what the difference is between loopback and monitoring. From what it explains, the loopback is sending the signal out through the USB and bringing it back through the USB, which technically should make it slower, shouldn't it? But for some reason it's working, so I'm not 100% sure what's happening. I'm confused with that. I'm confused with that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Sorry, we've kind of just turned into playing with a new toy, basically. For the microphone, what happens if okay, so that's on. But why can't I hear my microphone? If I go here? No. Cool though. It has I'm looking at the SteelSeries GG software, and this one has an EQ built in. It's got AI noise cancellation. It's also got noise reduction and a compressor and a noise gate. It's got all this stuff. I'm wondering if it can I monitor my microphone in this app? After this, I'm probably going to stop just so I have some time to relax before having to go to work. Okay, so if my microphone is, if I add it to the personal mix, and then, hello? I don't know if it's, I don't think it is. Okay, so it's not sending to my ears. I do have it set up to go to the headphones directly, but it's not actually. Oh, what if it's this one instead? Okay, where's my Manao one? Hello, where are you? Here we go. Okay, so there, it's on. I can see it's signaling in the channel, but it's not playing in my ears, which is kind of weird. If I do that, nope. So it says it's going towards my ears, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh, wait, sometimes this freaks out, right? Let's try that. There is so much buzzing happening. It's okay. So, okay, you can still hear me. That's what matters. Oh, and then here. No, but it still doesn't monitor in my ears. That's really weird. I don't know why I can't hear it. You know what I mean? Hello? Okay. Hear what the audience hears. Okay, so what if I send it to this? And then this. Yeah, I still can't hear it. Weird. I don't know why it's not playing in my ears. It should be. Because, like, I have it set up so it's this thing's picking up the microphone. The Steel series recognizes this as my microphone, but it's not playing it in my ears as a microphone. And it should be. Okay. Nope. Still nothing. Still not in my ears. Monocaster, game, headphones. Oh! Oy, that was loud. Okay. I did. I turned on streamer mode. The delay is so bad this way. I can't even talk. The delay is really bad. Like, super bad. My voice sounds really nice, but it's really, 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 it's delayed. It's really delayed. Oh my god, I can't even do it. Okay. So, it's monitoring, but my speech is jammed. Let me, oh, I don't have a script here. Oh, I don't have anything. I'm going to read a monologue and see how it goes. Okay. Let me play the fool. With mirth and laughter, let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather heat with wine than my heart cool and mortifying groans. Why should a man whose blood is warm within sit like his grandsire cut in alabaster, sleep when he wakes, and creep into the jaundice by being peevish? And oh my god, it's so hard. Oh my god, that's rough. Okay, so that doesn't work. I was really hopeful that if I used the Steel series software, it would reduce that little bit of input, but it didn't. It just made it worse. It just made it worse. Okay. Okay, so it's back. Yeah, this is way less. This is way more manageable. It's still frustrating. There's really bad buzzing happening though. There's a lot of noise interference. Like really, really bad noise interference. Okay, what if I no, it's line in. There's nothing I can do about that. Yeah. I literally can't reduce the buzzing. It's just there. It's just going to be there no matter what. Yeah. There's nothing I can do about that. So that kind of sucks. Whoops. Yeah, they both sound the same. Oh, I can't hear my voice this way. Huh. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of a bummer that the audio is so interfered. Yeah, I don't think you can because when I was using the monitoring from Sonar, like the SteelSeries monitoring, there was no buzzing whatsoever. It was completely clean. So definitely it's just the cable being interfered with or the output is allowing interference to come through. Which is fine. Yeah, it doesn't really matter for anybody else. And once like music's going and stuff, it's not really going to have any effect on anybody. But it is kind of hard to deal with the fact that there's peaking, like there's no compression whatsoever. So there are moments where it's popping in my ears and moments where it's really quiet. And as I'm trying to regulate live, I'm getting louder and quieter, which is making the effect worse. It's almost like an amplifier of what is happening. So that's kind of a bummer. But I'm also using wireless headphones, which introduce more of a delay. So that doesn't help at all with any of it. But that's not bad for the price, honestly. It's far more stuff than what you're paying for. So even if it isn't, comparable to a Go XLR, it's also not even in the same ballpark in price. So I would be okay suggesting this to people. I don't think it's a Go XLR alternative in any way. I don't think that it's going to outperform anything that costs more money. I think more expensive products are definitely worth the extra budget. But you know what? This could up a lot of beginner streamers' audio big time instead of just using a USB thing. Yeah, exactly, Night Owl. Like if Go XLR is just not even in your realm, like it's not even something like what I tend to do, where it's like I could save $20. If you're not in that kind of option, like if it's literally like I only have 50 and the Go XLR is 300, yeah, go for this. This is not a bad choice. Honestly, it's really, really impressive. It's not as user friendly. Go XLR can be way not user friendly and super complicated to use, but at least once you kind of understand how they've explained it, it's very easy to make sense of what you want to do, and it can do quite a bit. And I'm sure, and from what I've seen about the Elgato stuff, very similar in that aspect. This doesn't give you those options because there is no software to play with. So it's literally just where do you plug things in, and then how can you get other things to do the volumes that you want. But if you're literally just going to plug in your PC and capture card, and you're okay with just like the volumes being what they are, this is pretty good. Honestly, this is pretty good. You got an electrical hum? Yeah. I'm wondering if that's what's happening. No, I turned the gain right down. Yeah. Okay. There is a buzz though. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that. There is a slight buzz. Oh, you know what? I think the slight buzz is actually the light. I don't think it's the preamp. I think it's the light. I think it's the light because when I was turning it up and down, I could hear the buzz and then the buzz would stop after a second. And I was assuming the noise canceling was taking a second to capture it and mute it. And then every time I turned it up and down, it messed with the noise canceling. I thought that's what was happening. But as I was watching, the light was on, and then as soon as the light turned off, it stopped buzzing. So that's something that's actually wrong with the mixer. Not that's wrong with the mixer, but that's a corner they cut. That is definitely a drawback. The lights on the mixer are interfering with the headphone jack of the mixer, which is introducing extra noise. So they might have wanted to use better shielding, or maybe like find a different location for the headphone jack just to reduce that interference a little bit. But I think if you're going with like audio from the game and music and stuff in the background, that's not going to be noticeable, because even the buzz that I have now is a very quiet, just bzzz in the background the whole time, but very, very minimal. I was actually getting worse buzzing with my old setup from the capture card before, from the interference of the room and the way things were set up. So it's not that bad. But yeah, the light on the mixer is interfering with the mixer, which is kind of an oversight, I would say. But for $50, honestly, that's not a very big problem to have. That's not a big problem at all. And that noise canceling thing that you were telling me about, the one that I should get, that's like $10, which I probably should get. I still haven't ordered it. That would probably reduce a lot of the problems, because the problem is happening in the headphone jack section, not in the mixer itself, because the playback of the audio is crystal clear. It's just what I'm hearing. So that's not a bad trade-off for the price. Yeah, the loop isolator. A little bit of interference. The monitor having a slight more delayed loop back to your ears, and most streamers don't like using it anyway. Not having EQ, and no software / limited on how you can control separate volumes. Those are absolutely worth having a bit of issues with for the price savings, because even the Go XLR, being as expensive as it is still super limited on what I can do. Like, I still only have 4 channels I can control at any time, and the 4 channels are very specific as to what I can do with them, and some of them don't allow me to do anything except specifically what it says. Like the game channel, console channel. The console channel is only for the optical. I can't switch in the software to just make it another digital channel. It can only be for the optical. And that's a really big oversight on Go XLR's side. It would have been great if I could have just switched that into a software channel, but I can't. So there are still limitations in a much more expensive product. And with something like Voice Meter or the SteelSeries software or that monitor plugin, I'm sure you could get this to do everything that I do on the Go XLR, and then just rely on one channel to control the volume. A second channel with the auxiliary, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all, you know? Yeah, there's some really, really, at least to me, they seem really simple things that they could have done to the Go XLR to make it obscenely powerful, and they didn't allow that to happen. Like, if they just updated their software to be a little bit more similar to the Voice Meter, where it would have a couple of digital inputs and outputs, where it wasn't tied to very specific, because like you've got the software, the sample, and the system. Those are like the 3 digital ones that you can get. But the sample doesn't always work with different channels. The system works okay, and the game is hit and miss as well. But like, if I don't have a line in and I don't have an optical, why can't I make those digital. You know what I mean? Or like with the software out, why can't I have, there are certain options on the lines out that I wish I could do that I can't. That to me just seems kind of weird. They don't allow that. And the software is all it needed. They don't need to do anything with the hardware. It would just be a software inside, because the main reason for the hardware is the actual knobs themselves and the preamp. But the software could be limitless. Like they could have a limitless level of software. Like how I want to be able to control one set of volumes in my ear and also control a different set of volumes in my ear without affecting the broadcast out. I wish that I could do that, and I can't. Because I get it. Their whole thing is they want you to hear what the audience hears. But what if I want one certain alert to be at a set volume no matter what happens? I can't do that with the Go XLR itself. And so it's like, it would have been a really simple fix to have like a third channel. So like there's the broadcast out, the headphone out, and then a third one that you could set and nothing else would affect it. So then you could do things like the alert is always the same volume, or the chat is always the same volume. So then you could turn your headphones down, but still have the chat staying at the same level. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like it's a really, really big oversight on Go XLR. That wouldn't have been a very hard thing for them to do, because you don't have to revamp any of the hardware. It would just be software side. It would not be hard to do. Yeah, headphones plus stream mix. Like that would be perfect. That would be exactly it. And that's what I've had to do all these crazy workarounds for, which is like, it's just one of those like, why not? You know what I mean? It's kind of dumb. But I mean, seeing as Go XLR kind of just has gone out of business, they ghosted me when I was supposed to work with them. It didn't seem like it was being run by people who really had a passion for it anymore, which kind of sucks, because it isn't bad hardware. It's a little disappointing because it's not bad hardware, but what can you do? This one's not bad though. This isn't bad for $50. It looks nice. It's got really clear like lights and everything, so you know exactly what everything is supposed to do. The only thing is I wish that the monitor lights were a little bit more sensitive, just so I could see what I'm doing a little bit clearer, because it's hard to know what it's doing, because I'm barely lighting up the first 3 lights. So in my mind, I'm barely audible when I see those lights. I would like it to be able to bounce up and show me when it's close to peaking. I don't know if I'm ever going to peak on this thing. So that's probably the main thing I would say, is outside of like, if they had some software for it, it would be nice. But outside of that, I wish that the monitors were just a little bit more obvious. The visual monitors were a little bit more obvious. But for $50, and I'm running this microphone, which is still a fairly greedy microphone, not as bad as the Shure, but it still is pretty power hungry. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. I like it a lot, you know? It's not it's not such a huge compromise, you know? For a very, very low price, not a huge compromise. Anyways, I should probably stop the stream. I mean, people have kind of wandered off, and I have to eat, and it's almost 6:30, and I need to get some food in me and then go to work in a few hours. Ugh, I don't want to work. I will be live tomorrow. I'm hoping to be live early. I'm going to go into work like as soon as I can. That way I can be home hopefully for about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, be asleep by 5, and then hopefully be up at like noon my time. So that way I can go stream pretty early, because I have a phone date with Nora. Her and I are going to do some FaceTime, and she wants to show me a Minecraft world that she made for me. And I want to just talk to her for a bit, and she tends to call right when I'm streaming, and I feel really bad cutting her off, but I also don't want to have a whole conversation with my daughter on the phone with you guys. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to play, but I'll be live tomorrow. Once you're back in the full swing of creating, we need to reach out to Elgato. Yeah. I'm slowly getting there. You know, I've gotten a lot better at being fairly consistent with my streams. It's a little bit rough because of the play right now, but I'm pretty consistent with my streams. Today we've been live for 3 hours, a little bit shorter than usual, but not bad. And my videos, I'm missing here and there, but I'm posting a video almost daily, so at least I'm getting there. And now I am, I've got this that I got to make a video on. I'm getting the microphone that I'm going to make a video on. I've filmed most of the new hair system I'm going to have. They sent me a new hair system, which I'm hoping to put on tomorrow, which is like wildly thin. I am so excited. Like the lace, you can't even really see the lace on camera, but the lace is there on this, and lace tends to be a little bit thick. I've used thin skin, which kind of does what rubber gloves do. Like if you put on rubber gloves and you get wet, they kind of stick to you and they go a little bit more translucent as you're wearing them. Regular thin skin does that. This new thin skin is even thinner, and I didn't even glue it on. I just like held it to my forehead and it stuck to my forehead and it went invisible. So I'm like super excited to put this new hair system on to see how good it looks. I'm super scared because it's so thin. I'm going to rip it, but I'm going to try really hard not to. But I'm very excited. It's going to be the same hairdo. I don't think I'm going to cut the side this time. I cut the side myself on this one. I don't think I'm going to cut the side this time. I'm going to wear it long for a bit, see what the director says she wants for my hair. If she wants shorter hair, then I'm probably going to drive out to Toronto and get my hairstylist to cut it properly. But I am enjoying the semi-long hair. It's the same color, same thickness, same everything. It's just the material is like super thin. And I'm really excited to see what the hairline's going to look like. I want to see if they maybe have faded a little bit more, because they don't really fade the front. It just like sudden thick hair. So I'd like to see if they fade it a little bit more, see how it looks. I'm just excited because the progression they've made and the quality of their hair has really come up. So I'm really excited to see what the hair is going to look like. So tomorrow I'm working on that. I'm going to put the hair on and record the video. I've recorded some stuff with this hair so I can kind of do a comparison. But yeah, I've got a few products to show off. There's also a video I wanted to make about these headphones. And there was another product I wanted to show, which for right now, I can't remember what it is. But just trying to like make the stream. Oh, weird. Do I cut out? Whoa. Can you hear me when I'm like, weird? Am I loud? Wow. This noise reducer, it really lowers my volume a lot when I pull away from the microphone. That's not bad. That's impressive. The Go XLR, you hear the gradual reduction because you're pulling away. But this one, because it's got the noise reducer, when I pull away, it really drops the sound quite a bit. That's not bad. That might be a win over the Go XLR. The Go XLR has a gate, but I find that the gate is really hard to work with because I have the gate set to the point where basically it's almost off. I'm only getting like the minimum of background sound being gated out. But if I turn it up any more from where it is, my voice cuts out because it's deep enough that it seems to not trigger the gate properly. So I drop off at the end of my sentences. So we get a lot where I'm talking and it just kind of and it's really annoying. This isn't doing that, but when I pull away, it's definitely dropping my volume. So cool. Not bad. All right. I better get out of here. I love that you guys hung out with me, even though I was just chatting today. Night Owl, have yourself a great day. I'm glad that I'm seeing you live again. It's awesome. And I will be back tomorrow. I'll figure out what I'm playing tomorrow. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hanging out and chatting and spending some time with me. Yeah, I'm going to go eat. That's what I need to do. Spending some time with chatting with me and just like, wasting some time. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. And if not, I will be back on Monday because Sunday I have rehearsals. All right, everybody, have a great day. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. There's no mute button on this thing. What's with my face?